è mobile, qual piuma al vento, muta d'accento e di pensiero, sempre un amabile, leggiadro viso, impianto in riso e menzognero. La donna è mobile, qual piuma al vento, muta d'accento e di pensiero, e di pensiero, e di pensiero.
Welcome to the Whatever Dating Talk podcast. We're coming to you live from Isla Vista, Santa Barbara County, California, every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific. I'm your host, Brian Atlas. I'm joined by my co-host, Kiki. She's a bit shy. A few quick announcements before the show begins. This channel is viewer-supported, so please consider sending a super chat throughout the show. I will read super chats $10 and up. All super chats will be displayed in Stream Overlay. We've got channel memberships, Patreon, merch. All links for that are in the description. If you become a member, we will shout you out during the stream. Eric, if you could pull that up. You get a bunch of cool perks. So if you hit that join button either on the channel page or on the watch page, we've got 6 different tiers. YouTube's doing a promo. It's 50% off. YouTube's doing a promo. It's 50% off. There's tier 1, tier 2. Tier 2's at... Guys, excuse me. Tier 2 is $10, 50% off. It's $5 a month, so check that out. And we are also streaming to Twitch right now, twitch.tv/whatever. Drop us a follow /prime sub if you got it. And if you want to be on the show or help with the show, DM at whatever on Instagram. That's our Instagram right there. And Eric, if you can go ahead. Here, I'll bring it back right here. Quick question for the chat. What city are you guys watching in? And also, we need someone in chat to keep track of how many times the girls say like during the show. Okay, anyways, we're going to have the guests introduce themselves, so please tell us your name, age, occupation, and or school major, starting with you.
Hi, my name's Kai. I'm sorry, what was the order again? Sorry.
Okay. Name, age, occupation, and or school major.
Okay. I'm 23. My occupation is a dancer. I do kind of a little bunch of different side jobs as well. And
side jobs, like you got some hot side hustles?
Yeah,
you make quilts, or what do you do?
I like to do a lot of different things. So if someone needs an extra hand or something like that, I help out.
An extra hand?
Yeah, if...
Is that a euphemism?
No, it's not. If someone needs a ride with their groceries or those kind of things.
Oh, well, there you go. There you go. Wait, so so you're a dancer, and by that you mean...
A dancer.
So like a stripper?
No.
You're not a stripper?
I'm not.
Really?
Really?
I thought you were you worked at the Rhino.
No.
Oh. I must have gotten you confused with...
I feel like there's a difference between strippers and dancers anyway.
Well...
I feel like that's her business.
Yeah.
If
you want to if she's a dancer, dancers don't take
so,
off
but okay,
clothes.
so then what kind of
dance.
dance do you do?
I go dance at a nightclub.
Oh, go dancer. Oh, okay. I don't know if you want to... No, we don't have to say it, but we're familiar. There's one in town where... Anyways. Very cool. Okay, go dancer. Rock and roll.
I'm Anna. Sorry, I don't really know where to look, but I'm Anna. I'm a poli-sci major.
Look dead into the camera here.
I'm Anna. I'm a poli-sci major.
No, that camera right there.
Oh.
Stare deeply.
I'm a poli-sci major, and I'm happy to be here.
Age?
Oh, I'm 19.
At UCSB?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm Danny. Hi, guys. I'm 28, and I'm an artist.
Oh, God damn it. I'm going to stand out so much. Hi, I'm Breezy. I'm 34, and I'm a freelance graphic designer and,
A musician.
So many other things, yeah. But
Self-made entrepreneur.
but mostly that.
You two have a podcast together, is that correct?
We do, yeah.
But
It
it's
drops
just starting.
tomorrow. It's called On the Spectrum Podcast.
On the spectrum.
Yeah,
You got to be up
so-
in there, Danny. Right up in there.
Like at the tip.
What do you guys talk about? Like, what's the topic?
Everything. I mean, we go back and forth. We're so different in a way, the way we,
It's a lot of entertainment, comedic banter between the two of us.
I don't have my notes in front of me.
And
so
then we get to segments where each of us has sort of prepared something, but the other doesn't know what that's going to be. And so reactions and the blooming comedy of the moment sort of gets to be a big feature of it. And then we have what's hopefully regulars of our friends who bring in that same kind of dynamic with whatever their like prepared section is. And their prepared section doesn't have to be comedic in nature. It's sort of like the reaction that we
Can you
are
explain the
relying on.
title?
we're on the spectrum, and I'm just adult dealing with it.
Okay, wait.
You're-
She has the after. Okay,
the
that's.
She has the what?
I mean, she has like the justification for it, but that's not where it started. We were like, we need to make this podcast. What's the title gonna be? And I was like, I don't know. And then Rick James's like Super Freak came on, and it got to that line of like, she's a very special girl, the kind you don't take home to mother. And we were like, I was like, that's it, like special girl podcast. And Danny looks at me and she goes, like on the spectrum. And I was like, no, that's the name, On the Spectrum. So that's how it happened. Like her reaction to my shitty name was the better name for the podcast.
That was a very meandering.
It's almost like you were there.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay.
And we do stand up, so that's why we're just like, okay. So, and I'm just nervous as fuck as like doing anything. So I figured we could just do a podcast so I can be funny on.
She's an anxious person, so life is hard.
Anxious is weird, or just being on the spectrum is weird, and
So
all.
you're autistic, is what you're saying. Well, that's what it
Aren't
means
we all?
to
Like honestly, like it's like everyone being a little gay.
be. What?
There's a lot of
I don't know about
spectrums,
that.
Brian.
He's
I don't
here
know about
to
that.
speak
Brian,
on
there's a
your
lot
behalf.
of spectrums. I mean, even if you're not gay, there's like a spectrum
Well, I think
that goes
Do you
have a
between-
celebrity crush?
betwixt these things.
Okay, but I think generally speaking, when you use the term spectrum, I think most people are thinking about people who are on
That's
the
definitely
That's
where
the
we
point.
started, Brian.
Yes.
And we did ask a mother of a friend of an autistic child if she was okay, and she said that she was okay with it. So we figured it was.
You said you're a
all
singer?
Full sail from there. Yeah, can you tell? It's that or 10 packs a day.
Yeah,
right?
I was wondering if it was the singing or the cigarette smoke.
So funny.
I swear to God, I was like 5 and I sounded like this.
Wow. Okay. Well, there you go. It starts young, guys. Yes, Kiki.
No.
Okay. Moving on. Go ahead.
Definitely not as cool as you guys, but
Don't say that, please.
yeah. Hi.
You probably are.
I'm Athena. I'm 19, and I am a sociology major at UCSB.
Hi, I'm Vanessa. I'm 18, and I'm a poli-sci major at UCSB as well.
My name is Jubilee. I'm 19, and I have my own business.
Oh, you do is it the nails?
Yeah.
Show the nails.
They're grown out right now.
Oh,
I have
okay.
to call you. I'm like,
Me too.
I have to get my nails done, but I'm so.
You know where to go.
I do.
Okay, we will set that up.
see.
So moving on,
Yeah.
everyone's Instagrams are in the description. Show them some love, guys. Give them a follow. So we're gonna go around the table once more. Relationship status, longest relationship, and are you on any dating apps? And that includes seeking arrangements. Go ahead.
I am in a relationship, happily. I've never, actually that's not true. I have been on a dating app before, but it was very short-lived. Don't really care for them.
What dating app were you on?
Tinder.
Tinder. And seeking arrangements?
Never been,
Okay.
but I think it's a great app. Yeah.
Okay. And longest relationship? Is it your
4
current one?
years.
4 years?
No, it's not my current one.
But your longest was 4 years?
Correct.
Okay. A little closer to the microphone.
Sorry, I'm not currently using any dating apps, but I have used Tinder and I have used Hinge before. But I don't know, it's just not my thing for real. But my longest relationship would have had to have been about nearly a year, and currently I'm not in a relationship.
Seeking arrangements?
No.
Any sugar daddy situations?
Not currently, no.
Okay.
I am in a relationship, and my longest relationship was about 5 years. That's not the one I'm in now. Thank God. I feel like the breakup was longer than the actual relationship, Anyway.
Any dating apps?
Yeah, actually the guy I'm with right now, we met on Bumble, which is a really funny story because I think I was just bored. I think I was looking for someone to murder. And I think he was too. So we ended up falling in love on accident. He's weird.
That's hot.
Yeah.
That's hot? Did you just say that's hot?
It was
Totally
so
hot.
intense. This
Yeah.
first meeting, he sounds like Dracula too.
That's hot
He's from
also.
Russia.
He's from Russia.
He's like an immigrant from Russia, and so the way he talked, I'm just like, you can kill me, and I'd be okay with it. And I think he feels
Perfect.
the same. So super tight. And seeking arrangements. Actually, I had a girl she was one of my really good friends. She ripped a bunch of my photos from my laptop and my phone and used some spicy photos. No, nothing with my face or whatever, but yeah, when a friend of mine found a profile because he was on it, unfortunately. So, but my tattoos are very noticeable. So he was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "What the fuck?" So,
Oh shit! Someone tried to seek arrangements with your body.
It was really weird.
Sick.
And I was like, "Why?" It's fucking weird.
Okay. I'm the black sheep here, married and not seeking arrangements. I haven't ever been on a dating app, and that's mostly because this, everyone forgets, but smartphones are not that fucking old. So I've been in my current relationship for fucking on and off again 13 years.
Wow.
And when you go back in history, you're like, when did the iPhone come out? Bitch, I'm old. So it's yeah, I haven't been on those apps. But during those off again periods, I was just like, I'm going to what I know. And I went to the bar like a normal sad girl.
So you said, how long have you guys, was it 13 years? You've been married or with your partner?
Oh God, not married. We've
How long married?
But then even I'm like, we've been married only 5. Yeah, we've been married 5 years. We've
5
been
years,
together 13. But I will say this, we just had our 5th year anniversary, and 15-year-old me would have been fucking proud because we went to a Guttermouth show and I did get COVID for my first time. So
Wow.
it was a spicy occasion.
Was that was recently? Or?
That was like fucking 3.5 weeks ago.
She tests. We're good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm very boosted now because I had 3 shots and then I was like, I'm gonna get boosted again, and then I fucking just caught COVID. So, and now we're over COVID.
So you said 13
Dude,
years?
yeah. And
But it was on again, off
I don't
again.
like to say it because it makes me feel really fucking old, especially
you're
because that's like
34,
half
correct?
the age of
34?
half the panel.
34?
Yeah, I'm 34.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right,
wrong
so
with that.
it's kind of like he stole me of my youth, but not like in a bad way. I love you, Swede. I
So,
love
okay,
you.
you were,
Don't take
how
it
old
that
were
way.
you when you met him?
I was like not quite 21, dude. Like,
And how old is he? Because you said
he's 5 years my older. Yeah.
I mean, that's not a huge...
No, so right now I'm
Yeah.
34, and he's in his final year of his 30s right now.
Rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
Rip.
I did buy some sparklers for this birthday occasion. I was like, not to be a number gal, but like, it's the last time you're going to see these ones.
It's all downhill at 40,
I know.
right? Okay.
Yo,
Huh.
he's like,
He's Swedish, though.
He's
I
a
went
really,
for
he's
him.
handsome. Like, don't.
Do you guys have
you guys
children
are-
or?
I have,
You guys are
yes,
handsome.
we have. That's a good point. Thank
They're
you.
actually
We have
happy.
a near 4-year-old together. She's a Sag, so her birthday's coming up at the end of November.
Wait, she's a what?
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius. Sorry, the
Sag?
ladies were talking before we all talked with you
What?
about our signs.
Eric, can you boost it to 80? It's just a bit low. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about
Check in with that later.
astrology. We'll talk about astrology later.
No, the child though too. That's good.
So, but at one point in your relationship, it was on again, off again.
Yeah,
How many
like
times-
the beginning part for the first 2 years, we were like living in 2 different cities, because he was finishing grad school and shit here, and I was like, well, I'm done with school now, and fuck, who wants to like move to be with someone in grad school? That sounds fucking terrible. So I waited to see where he was gonna land after school, and he stayed here like a fucking cat on its feet. Wow, he landed.
You were abusing the table, but you're a drummer too, right? In addition to your,
I've been known.
So wait, is it a monogamous relationship, or is it open relationship?
Yes, it's monogamous. We made definitions like not super long ago because there was a thing that happened that was unexpected. I won't get deep into it, but basically,
you can
Ask
give
it later.
I
Ask
just-
it later.
you
plot,
can-
plot synopsis.
you can ask me later.
Plot
I just
synopsis.
I discovered a thing, and then anyway, it made
A
me go into
thing?
boundaries
Huh?
talk. So yeah, we're pretty close.
We'll talk about the thing later. We'll talk about the thing later.
Okay, moving on.
Pride.
Go ahead.
I am not currently in a relationship, and I'm not really currently looking for anyone right now. But
Are you sure?
yes.
Do you have like numbers in your phone not saved?
Moving on. I had a thing for, I would say, I don't even know, 4 months, but that ended, and so now I'm here.
And the 4-month thing, that was your longest relationship?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I just got like out of like a relationship recently. My most like long-term relationship was 2 years, but I'm not really looking for anything like right now. But hey, if I find someone, it happens, you know.
So you two, are you on dating apps?
No, I don't know. I just feel like when you meet the person, like I just want like that like first impression, not like
agree, yeah.
texting and stuff. I don't know. I'm kind of like old-fashioned in that
Me
way.
too.
Yeah.
Okay, so, but never been on dating apps?
No.
Okay.
I'm currently single. I'm on Bumble, banned off Tinder and Hinge. Great time.
Why?
I don't know. Wish I could tell you. My longest relationship was my most current one, like a little over a year. Just ended recently.
Okay. Seeking arrangements, dating
No.
apps? Or
Oh,
yeah,
I
you
got
said-
an offer to be a sugar baby this morning.
Ooh.
I denied.
What was the offer?
Oh, he just said, "Hey, do you want to be in a sugar daddy, sugar baby relationship?" And I said no.
Did you say no?
I said, I'm not sure.
Okay. You're like, not right now. I'm doing good.
Okay, so a couple of you said you were single. Here, and then you two.
Yeah.
So you three here, and then you.
Yes.
So what does that mean, that you're single? Like, you got a sneaky link? Come on.
Of course.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not in like, I mean, yeah, sneaky links always. Not always, maybe not always, but if I want. But not in like a committed, like going on dates type of relationship.
And you two over here?
Okay, see, for me, and this is gonna sound very controversial, but I'm not like, I don't want to have sex with somebody unless there's like feelings involved, and like for me that takes time. I'm sorry.
Aw.
I mean,
Well, that's not. I don't think that's controversial at all.
That's not.
Really, because like I
It
feel like
shouldn't be.
I feel like especially like being in college, everybody just like wants to do all these like casual things. Yeah, and
Don't do it.
I'm kind of gross. Like
No,
I
it's
wouldn't even
gross.
share my drink with these people. Like
I
you know.
don't blame you. No, it's totally
Yeah.
cool. That's
Or like,
funny.
yeah, especially like the first day you meet them, you don't want to go into bed with
Yeah.
them. Like, I want to go on an actual date. Like, that sounds.
I swear,
can't
like they'll be
relate.
like, "What's your major?" and then be like, "Do you guys want to fuck?"
Yeah, that happened to me.
Wait, I have to ask. They don't even give you like a Do you want to be study partners?
No, they just go like right into it.
Wow.
I wonder if those are the kind
I'll
of guys.
have to
or
say, men
people.
tried a little bit harder in my day.
They have like the 1 mile radius. They don't even give a fuck. They're just like 1 mile, yes or no, swipe. Like,
Yeah, they just don't want to waste their time. And honestly, I respect that. Like, you're not wasting my time. I'm not wasting your time.
For sure.
I've wasted a lot of time. Personally.
So you want to go on dates?
Yeah, I mean, a good one.
Aw. What's a good date?
I don't know. It's just
What time
Into
of the
mic.
day?
Into the mic.
into the mic. A good day. I don't know. Something on the beach. I mean, I live on the
Okay.
beach now. I mean, a movie, something nice. I
Ooh.
mean, I'm not too picky as long as it's not like in the
That sound like
back of a
Netflix
car,
and shit,
like
yeah.
back of a car seat or something. I don't know.
That's like one of the most romantic things.
It could be, but it also couldn't.
We have mountains right here too. I mean,
That's true. Yeah.
back of the car seat. Oh, we used to have a drive-in. We don't have a drive-in here anymore.
I know. Like that
Bummer.
would be so. Like that's like old.
What about you?
Yeah, like for me, my thing is like once I have a crush on someone, like I'm loyal to them, like just to that version of them in my head. Like I don't know, like I just can't like. I think having sex is like fine and it's okay. Like I can't knock that because like I can't say I haven't tried it, but like as of now, like being in college, like I'm just like kind of over the whole like hookup culture thing. Like they said, like it just I don't know. Like I have better things to focus on. Like I have fucking homework I could be doing. Like I'm not really trying to mess around with someone.
Okay, good answer. So you said that in response to what she was saying, how... Oh yeah, just a reminder, guys, if you can, silence your cell phones. All right. So you were saying that back in your day...
Oh my God, I'm gonna feel so like it's not like that long ago. Like we're like, okay, I was at UCLA 2006 to 2010. Boom. Era.
2006 to 2010.
2006 to 2010, which also for everyone here, I'm pretty sure 2006 is when the iPhone came out, but you guys can Google that. I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of like, so you were in university kind of before it was widely smartphones were widely adopted.
Yeah, for example, my freshman year there.
UCLA?
Yeah, they
people were hooking up for sure.
Yeah, and like Facebook, for all of you guys, I know everyone's past it, but it used to, like when fucking FacePlace first became a thing, was only college kids. So right when I get to college, that's when they're like, oh, fuck it, everyone. And I was like, God damn it, like I finally made it, and now you just don't care, and grandma can be here, so. Yeah, that's that era, dude. But yeah, back then, at least guys would like meet you, probably think you're hot and just want to fuck you, but they would at least like try and be like, oh, you're so smart, you're so super, you're definitely gonna get a better grade than me in this course.
So
please, can we be study partners?
So I guess what's your position, that guys should be trying more?
I was totally fine with that. I was like, well, they tried, you know, like I'm clever. I got where things were going. I was like, what's the assessment? Yes, no. Do I want to be your partner in study? And I was like, probably not, or probably, you know.
Okay.
You picked before. You kind of knew it was code.
Sure. We'll go around the table on this one. Do you guys think that, actually, before we do that, there's been a couple requests in the chat. People want to see your split tongue.
Oh, shit.
That camera, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's wild.
Oh, my God, it's trained.
It's
We-
trained, yes.
That's amazing.
We should have had that. I should have remembered to do that during the intros. But anyways, did that hurt, by the way?
Yeah,
I mean-
was very painful.
So does that impact how you can eat food, or?
It kind of did at first because it takes a while to get used to.
Yeah.
But
you've adapted.
In
Yes.
what way?
Okay.
Did you like spill soup?
like when you drink liquids, it goes in between your tongue to the bottom of your mouth instead, which
Sure.
is definitely like when it's hot or cold is a little bit different.
Do you have any other body mod stuff? I mean, the ears look just like little.
These ones are fake. I wish I could have ear mods for sure. I'm definitely planning on more mods in the future, but
Okay.
no other ones. Right
Just
now.
the tongue, though. I mean, I know you have some piercings,
so
but
cool.
just the tongue.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. Oh, cool. do the
Great blowjob?
Never-
Question mark.
What's the impact?
I mean,
Nah.
I figured someone was gonna ask eventually.
When's the last time you gave a blowjob?
This morning.
High five. Like, high
Oh,
five.
shit. No, you're good. I'm proud of you too.
Hell yeah.
She's in a relationship.
I'm happy
Like,
for you.
Same
Yeah.
thing. No,
And
like,
him,
well,
or them.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, very cool, very cool. So, okay, the question is, do you think, I know some of you are in relationships, but more broadly, generally speaking, do you think that guys are not doing enough or trying hard enough? Kind of in line with her comment.
So you're asking if I think guys now are trying hard enough to
Like they're not wanting to take girls on dates. They're just kind of they just want to hook up. They want to get right to
I think it completely depends on the guy. I mean, we also live in a college town where I feel like hookups are more common because no one's ready to be in a serious relationship. But I definitely think it depends on the person. There's a huge variety of guys who only want to date still, and then guys who don't want a girlfriend.
Okay.
It's kind of a long answer, and I feel bad because, like, of course, like, this is something, like, I kind of think about. But, like, of course, like, guys don't try hard enough. Like, I feel like everyone just kind of wants instant gratification really quickly. And, like, most of the time, guys kind of, there's just no, like, chase anymore. Like, you know, like, there's no, like, oh, we're friends, and then we, like, start dating. It's just, like, guys want to have sex, and they want it fast. And I feel like a lot of girls, like, it's not that, like, oh, they're putting out. It's like a lot of girls, they just want, like, to be loved or to not feel alone, especially in college where it's like they're willing to do that. And on both sides, I feel like it's just like, I don't know, it's just the value of it is very low, I think, on both ends. But, like, yeah, guys, I feel like they're not working for it these days because on both ends of the relationship, we're just, like, working too fast to get something that, like, we need to wait for, I guess. Sorry.
That was good.
My heart is beating right now.
Oh
No,
my God, no, same.
I'm a chaser. So the guy I'm with right now, when we first met up, just on like a Bumble date, like I thought it was going nowhere. I just thought he was really hot, like fucking so hot. And anyway, I tried to do the whole like, no, don't fuck me, like don't, please.
What made him stand out?
His I really tried to sorry guys, like no, I really tried to like no, but he was like, we were kissing, we were smoking weed, he made me tea, like no, it was really he's my boyfriend right now, and I'm still like flirting with him. I still have a crush on this guy. Like
They're
we fucked on the first
outliers.
date. We fucked on the first
How
date,
early
and we
did he make
couldn't
you
stop.
tea?
Huh?
How early did he make you tea? That's trying.
Okay, let's just get back to the question. So,
I think it's sexual chemistry, and like equally, like you guys both gotta try. Like first, like give it all, because this is a fast life that we're living in now. You know, like if you like it, you fucking like it. If we're attracted. I think for me personally, like I'm so attracted to him that like that kind of like was the thing for me, that I'm so attracted to this person that like I could call this Daddy Shark every day. Like this is who I want to be with. I'm telling you, like I still have my breath taken away, and I'm still chasing that. Like I'm always gonna flirt with him. Like my parents used to flirt all the time.
moving on. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm in love.
I mean, I guess I brought up the point. Are you still talking about does no one try hard enough these days? 'Cause-
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's funny because like as much as it's like I'm not trying to like find anything, my husband and I like tag team as far as like who's able to go out and who watches our toddler. So I'm out on my own a lot, if that makes sense. So then there's just the opportunity to still get hit on like normal, even though I'm not necessarily asking for it. But I don't know. I don't know that feels any different than it ever did. Except I'm like, oh my God, I've had a baby and I'm still cute. Thank God. Because I think that's a real thing. But if you want to ask about that, that's a whole different question.
Okay, so going over here to you. So her initial thing was kind of almost in response to what you said about wanting to go on dates. But so you said you want to go on dates. Do you get the sense that guys just aren't wanting to put in as much effort as you believe they should?
I mean, I guess it depends on the guy, but I think Anna put it, like, she said it perfectly. I mean, a lot of guys today, I feel like, especially at UCSB, I think they really search for instant gratification, whether that be, sex or a hookup or whatever. But I think chasing a girl in a sense of, being friends first or something like that, you don't see that very often. I think that's more back in the olden days.
Back in my golden days.
It's something that's really sweet. I think it's lost. It's becoming more and more lost as Gen Z.
Okay, your guys' answers.
I don't know. Actually, I feel like I wouldn't generalize. I've had met really cool guys who've been serious and stuff. I've met guys who wanted hookups. Honestly, as long as you're straightforward about your intentions, I don't mind.
Okay.
I had a personal experience. There's this guy who I been off Bumble Hinge before I got banned, and his thing was saying that he wants to be in a relationship, and I was like, okay, cool. It's not just a hookup, so I was like, okay, match with him, and we were texting on Snapchat until I met him 2 days ago, and I wanted to go out and do something and not be at home because that gives opportunities to do stuff when I didn't really want to. But then it got later in the night and he's like, can I just come over? I was like, okay, I guess so. Wasn't planning on doing anything with him because I was like, I'm not going to. He said he wants to be in a relationship. I said, take me on a date first. And then we ended up doing some stuff. But then I said, take me out. And he said he would. And that was yesterday. And he never did. So.
Call her, motherfucker.
He went out with his friends instead.
Ousted.
Sometimes you gotta give him that she space.
Yeah, so I just kind of haven't texted him.
Come back.
So, I guess he said he wanted a relationship, but then
He wanted a relationship, just not with you.
Oh.
Yeah, probably. He met me and said, fuck that, never mind.
Oh, we got Rolo Tomasi in the chat, the Rational Male. Good to see you, man. Let's get you on the show. By the way, Jedediah Bila or something, they DM'd me about coming on the podcast. I wanted to ask you about that because I know you were on there. Anyways, very interesting. We'll get, I don't know if I want to get, we'll maybe come back to the whole men aren't putting in as much effort, I guess we could say, and why that is. I forgot to go around on this last one here. So going around the panel one more time, do you identify as a feminist? And just to be clear, you can believe in equality and women's rights without being a feminist. Really quick, go ahead.
I definitely agree with equality for women, but I don't identify as a feminist, no.
I don't identify with feminism because I feel like it doesn't include women of color and trans women, but I do identify with the principles of feminism.
Are you snapping? Are you doing a snap?
We all.
All right, Eric, end the show. The show's up.
Wait, what do you think a feminist is?
I know.
How would you
what's
define
your
feminism then?
Please.
What's up the question?
I'd love to hear it. What do you? You're next.
Well, I mean, I've actually never heard that feminism doesn't really address the
I don't want to
people
go
of
into
color.
it on your show, but that's just my personal I feel
I'm
a lot
not-
of the times it's
you're-
just white feminism and it doesn't include black women and trans women.
That's where it started because it started at the same time as.
So that's why I wouldn't say I'm a feminist personally. Oh, the
Right.
chat's going crazy, but
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just me
So, well-
looking at the movement from my perspective as a queer woman of color, mind you.
Okay, I'll give my answer after I let everyone go ahead.
I'm not a feminist. No.
Okay.
Oh, it's a weird question. It's just a weird question in general because also it's people don't come up to me and ask me other things that are as hardline as that question. So I don't really have a response other than be I just feel like it's a weird question, and that I also believe in equality for women. So maybe that's where it started. But there's a lot of cloudy, weird energy around it that makes it a hard question to ask, dude.
There's a lot of what?
Cloudy, weird energy around it that makes it a harder question
Around
to ask.
feminism?
Yeah.
If you listen to our podcast, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
I was just thinking, it's there's a historical
Because it's a big
context
spectrum
there.
of feminism.
There's a lot of stereotypes.
There's
for
a
sure.
lot of just where it came out from and exactly what was said over here is super true too. So I don't know. There's a lot to think about and just be it's complicated, man. But yeah, equality for women. Why don't they
Sure.
let me say fucking dude on Instagram as a
can't
pronoun?
identify,
Wait, what?
yeah.
Tell me that. I've been using that since before fucking pronouns was pronouns. Dude.
Dude.
Dude? So you want dude to be a pronoun,
Yes.
Why not?
Proper.
proper pronoun.
Would that
You
be
guys-
a
Yeah, dude.
derivative of him?
It's barrier proof. I've used.
Now you're just getting political.
All right, move on. Feminism.
It's like the skate.
It should just be dudism. Mm-hmm.
It's just peopleism. Although
All right,
I'm not
moving
even
on.
a person.
Do you identify as a feminist?
I do believe in like equality for like all women, and I mean like all women. But I mean I wouldn't personally define as a feminist. It's a broad statement. I don't know. I just equality for women. That's it.
Okay.
Well, like, okay, see, I identify as a feminist in, like, the original purpose, which was, like, equality, but, like, the modern, it just has, like, a bad connotation now, where it's, like, women are better than men and stuff like that. I just believe in equality.
We are.
So I don't know if I...
Well, hold on, wait. Women are better than men.
No, I said that some
How do you
women-
reconcile that with
Okay.
believing in inequality?
Some people have mixed up the term feminism with, like, believing that they're over men. I do not identify with that. I just
Okay.
want to clear that up. So that's why I wouldn't say I'm a feminist 100% because of the connotation it has nowadays.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jubilee.
I'm gonna have to agree with Athena.
Yeah.
That I believe in like women are equal, but I guess I don't think I would say I'm a feminist.
Okay. So I think overwhelmingly here on the panel, there's some slightly different responses, but you're all for equality between the sexes. And okay, rock and roll.
As everyone should.
So my follow-up question was going to be, but since none of you really claim to be, I was going to say, is it a deal breaker if a guy is not a feminist?
Yeah. I wouldn't know.
Well, because if we say
But
that
most
we're
of you
not,
said you're not, so it's like
If he's
that's not-
fucking rude to women, yes.
That's
If
what
he
I
like
was gonna say,
criticizes
yeah.
women, like, oh my god, her dress, or like, why is she wearing that, or she looks. If she just, she, whatever. If this person is rude towards anybody, just like talking shit about them, then that's
if they don't believe that women are equal.
Like when it becomes demeaning.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It depends why or why they aren't a feminist, like why that man
Yeah.
would say, like, if they say they aren't a feminist for the same reason I am, like, cool, but if they say, like, they aren't a feminist because, like, women need to do this or that according to male, like, the male, like, perspective, then, like, fuck no. It just depends on the reasoning, context.
Well, I can give you my perspective on that. So
Agree.
I consider myself an egalitarian. I do not consider myself a feminist. And like a few of you said, feminism has a various sort of different senses of what that means. My sense of it, I guess in the most generous sense I can attach to feminism, is feminism is a woman's advocacy movement. I don't believe it's an equality movement. I believe it's for women's advocacy. And the reason I think that is in a situation where women would not stand to benefit from equality, feminists will not fight for said equality. So if that equality comes at the detriment of women, for example, the selective service, the draft, feminists aren't fighting to have women drafted.
I will
Fuck the
gladly kill a
military.
motherfucker.
Oh God! Wait, so do you not advocate for women? Are you gay or something? Are you gay? Is that why
Am
you
I
don't
gay?
advocate for women?
Oh
Wait,
my
what?
Because wait, so what's? So
I-
you're saying that feminism's wrong because they advocate for women
No, no,
instead
no.
of advocating for equality? I'm not like trying to like be rude. I'm just like wondering if that's what you were saying.
Well, the idea that feminism is an equality movement is an erroneous one. It's
What's
a
the
women's
definition?
advocacy
Wait, you mentioned
movement.
the draft. Can you continue on that really quick? Like what you thought about equality
Well,
in the
if-
draft? Just really quick,
if
the military.
equal-
Trying to
okay.
fight in the draft.
Here's an example.
Man,
no
If-
one, nobody.
Let me answer.
Okay.
If equality comes at the detriment to women,
Are you trying to fight in the draft?
Wait, he's
What?
not done yet.
if equality comes at the
Just one second.
detriment of women, it's not something that feminists are going to fight for. For example, there's a push to equalize, what's it called? In the case of like a divorce, custody. There's a push that there should be an assumption of equal custody between both parents.
Okay.
But currently, the way the court system is set up,
Oh,
typically it defers mostly to women getting
That's
custody.
actually not true.
It's very true.
I think it's
I don't
true.
think so.
It's very true.
Money talks.
Source, I think it's
like
true.
money
So-
talks though.
So typically defers to women having primary custody. I don't know the exact
Oh yeah,
terminology.
they burst the motherfuckers. I mean,
In Florida recently, there was a they were trying to pass a bill where it would be 50-50 equal
Okay.
custody.
Yeah.
And feminist organizations fought against that. So it would technically come at the detriment of women for there to be 50-50
Wait, why? Because
equality.
you don't get like an alimony check or a child support check or something?
Yes,
wait,
women-
No, you don't
that's
get child
the thing.
support if it's
I just
50-50.
meant the thinking just there is just that because you
I'm-
lose out on a check.
What's
I mean,
that?
what's the detriment to the woman part if they have to split
if-
custody? I actually ask more because like do you have any kids, Brian?
I don't, but there's
Okay, cool.
Let me answer
Well,
your
yeah,
question.
yes,
Let
and
me-
then yeah.
Yeah,
uh-huh.
yeah. So
Let's do this.
the reason that could be viewed as coming to the detriment of women is there's often custody battles. And most of the time in custody battles, people want more control over their children. So if it's sort of de
But only
facto,
for like
women
a
get custody.
child support check, right? Like, what's the?
Wait,
or
are
you
you
mean because
saying-
they really want their kid, or because they want like some power over their ex and the money from them?
Well, I'm just providing one specific example where feminists don't fight for equality.
Why wouldn't feminists want like men and women like to have like an equal chance of like having custody of their
Wait,
kids?
that's what I was
Because
gonna
it
say,
comes
like,
at the detriment
But
of
where?
women.
But okay, wait.
That's not-
I want to speak to this only from the fucking standpoint of like I'm the only one sitting here that actually has a kid, and like I'm the only one sitting here that actually knows what that
Okay,
fucking
go ahead.
takes.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
and I would say that it is insane as a thought to me that like I might not have the ability to have a partner be involved. Like I never would be sitting here with a
Do you know-
kid in my life if I didn't think that I had that partner being able to be involved in some way. So that's just to say whether we were together or not. So if I were to like do a break custodially, fuck yeah, brother. Like they better be taking half this fucking time of this child. And let me say why. Because me, like you, enjoys to be a fucking human. Like, I don't know.
adult
I know
human.
I have friends of mine who I only met in their divorced years, and they like could meet me as a single person before kids because they were fucking a divorcee that split custody. I don't know anyone in their right mind that wouldn't fucking ask for a split on custodial fucking purposes. Because sheer God, I am not good at taking care of my fucking self. So let alone my cats, my dog, and my child. I mean, fuck, man.
So,
Who
I mean-
doesn't want a
Same time.
break?
So-
Like, I don't know. I don't get that at all. I think that's a fucking, like, show me the fucking fact that shows that somehow women would benefit from not having the motherfucker take the kid half
I feel
the
like your
time.
question sucked.
I don't get it. I don't
Yeah.
get that example.
What?
Next
What?
How does the woman benefit from
What
being
the
the child?
fuck?
Shouldn't
Fuck
the
watching
better
the
parent
fucking
just be the
child all the
I
time.
think the child should benefit.
The only reason I'm hearing now is because I had to call my sister in, though.
Let's move on.
I mean, fuck.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna address. I'm the host,
All
so
that.
I'm gonna address her thing.
okay,
so.
okay.
But I guess like that's just where I go with it is like from a personal perspective.
Like, try to keep it
I
respectful, guys,
can't,
okay?
I can't imagine not having someone be able to split that time or like
Okay,
have partial
yes, now
responsibility.
you're reiterating yourself.
Right.
So,
So I'm saying,
Okay,
where's
so
the
are
point come
you-
in that it's a benefit from the woman's perspective to
You
be
don't think people
trapped at that fucking ball and chain
do you want me to
24/7,
answer?
365?
Do you want me to answer because you're just having a monologue now?
Yeah, because I don't want to fucking hear you say that you know what the fuck it's like, because you don't, bro. I can show you the scar. Like, fucking
What?
being a mom
What are you-
sucks.
I'm not talking about pregnancy. I don't know what you're talking about.
I know, but you want to talk about feminism
Do
and
you
shit.
think that you don't think that there's men and women that are fighting to have custody of their children?
I want the men to have custody of the children.
But the point I'm
There's like
making.
the right deserving.
Okay, there would not be family attorneys, family law attorneys. Of course, there are disputes when it comes to custody. So
But you said specifically that there would be a benefit that feminists would like want to have happen, and feminism, and somehow this like
That the
shit
mom
fucking
should get
segued into this, and it was all about custodial shit. And I was
point-
just saying, who the fuck wants that? I don't know a
the
single woman
court
that wants that.
system and the laws are currently set up to award women disproportionately custody of their children. Men have to fight to get 50-50. The law in Florida was to just have that be de facto immediately. If there's any sort of custody disputes, it's 50-50, and then they go to court. But typically how it plays out is the mother, she's just going to get a higher percentage of custody or just full custody.
But how
and
does
then
that help her? You're saying they want to keep it the way it is.
You don't-
I understand the way it is.
in the
But do
history-
you say that they want to keep it that way, or are you saying that they want to change it?
In the history of custody disputes, you don't think that there's been any party in a custody dispute that hasn't wanted full custody?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it sucks, but like I just feel like that's a really topsy-turvy subject, and I've never been in a custody battle, so I don't really know. I mean, I've had friends who benefited from living with their father, and I've, and vice versa.
I was just giving an example to her of why I think that feminism
like
is
this
a
just-
woman's advocacy movement. There's nothing wrong with women's
Wow.
advocacy, but
Yeah.
I don't think we should say feminism is an equality movement when it clearly isn't.
It's probably not, yeah.
Go ahead. You wanted to come in. Go ahead.
My mom's friend doesn't have custody of his kids, and the mom sucks. So there's definitely times where the dad is a lot better,
I agree,
whatever
yeah.
their situation is, but the mom still gets custody, and they still have to fight so hard to get the custody of their kids, which is wrong. Like, I think whatever situation is better, that either
Deserving parent.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not even fighting. Honestly, sometimes it's just about showing up. Like some parents just don't even do that.
Yeah, I don't know. Just the
So
situation that
it's like a whole, I don't know.
the situation I personally have experienced, that the dad is just way better and is like probably still fighting for it, and the mom just, I don't know.
Just feel like your child will choose.
The court system
eventually.
sucks, dude. And bureaucracy is balls. Like, that's all you need to know. Like, the whole thing is not great. Like, yeah, it's terrible. Fuck feminism and
making me
fuck
go
all the fucking
cross-eyed.
shit that we just talked about.
Okay, we're gonna move on.
It
We're gonna
sucks.
move. We're moving on. We're moving on. Richard Joy, we're gonna do some.
Skin's itchy.
Nobody cares. Okay, Richard Joy, moving on. Thank you for the. We're gonna do some soup chats here.
Insane.
Thank you for the Canadian $10 soup chat, man. Question for the ladies' first date idea: trail ride on horses. What do you think? You're asking this. I think you asked this before,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Wait, were you
Nice.
here? Oh, she was here. Okay. So yeah, girls, if you guys want to answer this
I would
soup
love
chat,
to answer this one.
go ahead.
Contrary to how I look, I actually grew up on a ranch. I'm a horse girl. And I think that
Believe
is
you.
so romantic and fun. I think that's a great first day idea. Especially if the girl's a little nervous, you can kind of show her the ropes. I think that's super cute. Or maybe she'll kick your ass. Maybe she's really good at it. You don't know.
I think it's a great idea. I would love it if someone was so out of the box and was like, "I'm taking you to ride horses." I'd be like, "Fuck yeah!" I might fall off, but like that's like the fun part.
Yeah.
I don't know. I personally think that's a great idea. I've never had anyone say that.
I don't love horse. Oh, you go.
You can
Sorry.
go ahead. It's fine.
I don't love horses, but like it's the thought that counts. Like that's really sweet.
Yeah, I agree on that.
I mean, it's unique.
yeah. Like, just like the thought, just like I would appreciate that more.
What about you, Athena?
I mean,
That sounds like your like Prince Charming day. You're like, that's trying. That's for sure trying.
I mean, it's sweet. I would do
Caviar?
it. I would do it. Yeah. I
Hell
mean,
yeah.
It's
that's
unique.
cute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weird but cute.
The only thing that comes into my mind is like one of my best friends freshman year, her college roommate being a horse person, being like, yeah, and then did you know that like riding a horse was the first time that I found my clitoris? And I came and I was like, what's that feeling? And then I kept on riding horses. So when a guy says first idea, trail ride on horses, I'm like, he just wants to see your O-face, baby. Mm-hmm. But that's just me and my sourpuss fucking soul, so don't worry about me.
Did everybody get to answer that question?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Richard Joy, thank you for the soup chat, man. Much appreciated. Lukewarm, $10 soup chat. Assuming a normal Gaussian distribution, have the girls rate themselves at what percentile of physical attractiveness they are in.
Is that your
That's
1 to
worded.
10?
1 to 10.
Man, you made that,
Gaussian?
you
You
worded
worded
that
that
shit
very-
complicated as fuck, dude.
Are you an artist?
But hey, lukewarm, thank you for the $10 soup chat.
What?
The percentile.
Like,
So
1
what-
to 10,
He's talking
basically,
about
what
like
percentage?
a Photoshop thing, Gaussian filter.
Here,
no.
I'm gonna.
Like on the
the perfect face thing.
So I'll have our good friend Stifler come in to help us with this one. Stifler asks, ask
I
the
will
ladies
come
to
for you.
rate themselves on a scale of 1 to 10.
It's so much easier.
This is looks. Go ahead.
Based on looks, I'm definitely a 9, solid 9.
Solid 9. Okay.
Yeah.
I think 8.5 on a good day for sure.
I have no number for that. I'm like the worst critic to myself. I can't.
Okay.
I don't know.
You want to just throw something out there?
No.
Okay.
I'm like color of the day.
It's just another one of those questions that's like,
Yeah.
who sits there and like looks in the mirror and they're like, today I'm feeling like a. But that's how I go. Like most days I feel like a fucking like 4, maybe at 5. I'm like, fuck everything. Like, and then there's those days where you're like, shit's on, bitch. I feel so good. And then I'm like, yeah, 8, 9. What's up? We're here. So it depends on the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kiki?
I'm just insecure.
Kiki?
She's a 10.
She's a 10.
She's a 10.
I don't know. She's too quiet.
Over here.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. Like putting in like my words, like it depends on the day, but I mean right now, I don't know, like a 7.
Okay.
I guess.
I mean, like beauty, like I think, you know, they say like it's eye of like the beholder or whatever. But personally, I don't try to rate myself because I am a Latina. I don't fit like the conventional like beauty stereotype, so I try not to focus so much on it for my own mental health.
Word.
Yeah.
Another snaps moment.
7, maybe an 8 on a
You're
good
like
day.
a fucking 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
8 on a good day, I'd say.
Okay.
You're not even wearing makeup and you're gorgeous. Stop.
I put lashes on.
That's like all of you guys.
Luke, thank you for the $10 super chat. Much appreciated, man. This guy, okay. Richard Joy, let's keep the profanity to absolute nothing.
Okay, Richard.
Thank you for the Canadian $10, man. Much
They
appreciated.
should call you Richard Joyless or Dick Joyless
Oh,
since Richard
shit.
and Dick are. You
Oh,
know.
Richard, she's shooting some shots, man.
I grew up with 2 Grandpa Dicks. I just got to say, I
Wait.
thought everybody
Wait,
had a
wait,
Grandpa
wait.
Dick.
A what?
What?
Grams of dick?
Grandpa Dick.
Oh, Grandpa Dick.
Richard Joy's Grandpa Dick.
I'm saying he might as well
2 Grandpa
be.
Dicks. Like legitimately.
I mean, I grew up with 2 Grandpa Dicks. I thought everybody had at least 1 Grandpa Dick. I was like, that's
Oh,
it.
right, 'cause-
yeah, because I have 2.
Because Richard.
Yeah, Richard. But what's with that? It went from Rick to Dick real fast.
Anyway.
It's weird.
It is weird.
It's weird. Times are changing. Times are changing. Okay. So we have one other little chat here I saw. On the topic of guns, I don't know. Did you were doing finger guns? I don't know.
These guns.
M1 Garand asks, would any of the girls date a guy who legally owned a
Sorry.
firearm? Go ahead. Here, I'll keep it up.
Yes.
Okay.
Depends on why.
Self-protection, self-defense.
There's some weirdos. I don't know. It's just
Some-
everything depends on context.
Some
I can't just say
weirdos?
yes or no.
Some weirdos.
Yeah, there are guys who are. I would like. There's certain guys where it's like. There are certain guys where if he had a gun, it'd be like a complete red flag, and I'd be like, no. There are other guys where it's like, oh, that's normal, depending on where they live, who they are, etc.
Well, like how do you differentiate? What would make a guy weird, and then a guy, oh, that's normal?
I mean, especially if it's like some type of like assault rifle that you have in the military, like I don't think any normal person, like not to be controversial, but I don't think
you can be
I
controversial.
don't think a normal person should have a machine gun, you know.
Yeah.
Ooh, how
I
about
think they're
that,
really
you
fun.
know?
What?
I don't think we should be able to bring that into Walmart, you know. But like, if he lives in a dangerous city and he has a small gun to protect himself, like, you know, who am I to judge? But like, as a woman, it does scare me, you know, being around a man with a gun. Like that just
Why does
terrifies me.
that scare you?
Again, not to get too political,
Be
but
political.
like,
Do it.
as a
Be
black
political.
woman, like
Oh.
our murders and our disappearances aren't investigated, aren't looked into as much as that of a white woman or that of a white man, especially where it's just like, I don't know, I'd hate for something to happen to me and me just go down as someone who was killed in a jealous rage by at the hand of a man. Like that's just a horrible way to go.
Would you be in a better position if you were killed by a woman?
I mean, I'd prefer it to
Hold on. Whoa.
I definitely would like to be killed
You'd
by a woman.
prefer. Keep in mind, you're dead, right?
Live by the sword, die by the sword, baby.
What?
I came out a woman, I'll die by the hand of one. I'd much rather die by the hand of a woman. Fuck yeah. But I'm just saying, like, something about a man with a gun, like, there's a reason why there are more male serial killer than women. Like, there's obvious reasons why that would, a man, and especially, like, with sexual assaults, a woman with a gun makes more sense to me than a man with a gun. We're just...
Oh,
I know
gosh,
it's
okay.
unlikely, but just the thought of anything happening to me is terrifying. We're just like, anyone having a gun would put me on edge for sure. It just depends on context.
So, I don't know if I want to ask this. We'll continue on. Go ahead.
I grew up around guns. I know how to load a gun. I know how to clean a gun. I know how to take care of a gun. But I've been like, there have been some weird accidents, growing up. Like, not my own accidents.
Okay, but would you date a guy who legally owned a firearm?
Legally, everything checked out, it'd be fine.
Have before, would again.
Yeah.
I mean, like, my dad owns a gun, and so, I mean, it'll have to depend on, like, if the guy's in, like, sound mind or anything, or if it's
Sure.
legal. But, yeah, I think I would. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't really care. I mean, that's their business.
I have. So, yes. But also didn't know. I found it.
Okay. Cool. So I have a question here. Sorry, your name's Annalisa, right?
It's Anna.
Anna. Okay. Anna Lisa. Is that your full name?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that?
Yeah, that's my first name.
Okay. Anna.
Anna.
Okay. So Anna?
Anna.
Anna.
Am I saying it right?
Anna.
Am I fucking this shit up?
Like Anna and Elsa?
And
Anyways,
a banana on a banana.
So I was curious because I saw on your Instagram, you said something. Could we pull it? No, we don't need to pull it up. But you said, was it, fuck the police?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Correct. That is correct. I did say fuck the police. Very much.
Okay, so
Ask you, baby.
that is what your Instagram says in the bio, correct?
And I'll say it again. Fuck the police.
Oh shit. Okay. The views expressed by the other panelists do not necessarily reflect those of the show or the host. Okay, so would you?
What?
Why is that controversial? Would you date? Kind of related to our last question. Would you date a police officer?
No, fuck the pigs.
No.
Jesus. What? Why the? And I ask this out of curiosity. Why the dislike for police?
Because the institution they support is inherently racist and profiles black and brown Americans especially, throws them into jail, which is a continuation of the slave trade, essentially. People are working in prisons for less than minimum wage, making pennies and dimes, and it's unfair, and that's what you contribute to if you're a cop. I'm just not for it. Not for the killings or for the jailings.
So I guess my question to you is, I disagree with you on...
Yeah, I bet you do,
What?
white boy.
That's a bit racist.
Oh my God, no, you're one of those.
I mean,
He is white.
How can you be racist against? And I'm also half white,
You
so
don't-
like, how can I be racist against you? It's not like you ever have to experience any type of persecution because of your race. You're not going to be profiled.
But what if he said that towards
but
you?
so you don't
Because, well, the
you don't
thing
hold
is-
on. You don't think you can be racist towards someone who's white?
No, I don't, because you've never experienced racism in history.
White people haven't experienced racism.
One of the experiences.
What's your definition of racism?
I'd say basically like the persecution in any type of way that leads to the downfall of just like someone's life. Like, it's always going to affect my life. I can't take off my skin color. As a black woman, like, you ask me why he can't say that to me, and I can tell you because my race will forever affect me. A cop can see me and profile me, and the stereotypes of a black woman, that I'm fast, that I've been over-sexualized all my life just for my skin color. Like, it's not unfair, but these prejudices, I don't know how to say the plural of that word, but they do exist, and those same prejudices that exist against me don't exist against you, Brian. And that's why you can't be racist against a white person. So I'm sorry if you feel offended, but you are white, and me calling you white boy isn't exactly
It's a bit.
racist.
I mean, you are addressing me by my skin color. It is a bit. I consider
Your
it a
skin
bit.
color will never lead to the, what is it, premature murder of yourself. Like, I don't know, like, no one's ever gonna feel like, oh, this person's white, so they're a threat. This person's white, so they're lesser than.
I would actually point out one thing to you, because we were discussing police. Me as a white man, I'm the only male at this table here. There are more white men killed by police officers than women of any race combined.
I mean, then why aren't you mad? Why don't you hate police too?
Because I realize that police are a necessary function of society. Without police, it would be chaos. Now, hold on, let me finish.
It's a spectrum.
I think that there are some things that are wrong with the way policing is done, but certainly as a society, law enforcement is needed. Do police fuck up? Is there police?
It's,
hold on.
It's set up
let me
against black
finish.
people.
Hold on, let me finish. Is there police brutality? Absolutely. Is there police misconduct? Absolutely. Should this be punished? Absolutely. But society, we need police officers.
I mean, I think that's really easy to say as you, once again, I'll reiterate, a white person. And again, that's not to be racist.
But black women can want,
here's
black
the
people
thing.
want police officers too.
I'm not saying
Can
that,
I
but
just really quick? I just think that police forget that they work for the people. I think they forget that they're peace officers. They're sworn in to protect the peace, and that's about it. I think they work for the people. And supposedly there are good cops, there's bad cops, and I fuck the police and fuck this question. So
It's controversy.
it's controversy, and
But I think we need police officers.
I think, yeah. Well,
For
I think
society
we need
to
someone who's going to be
function.
in charge. To
Like-
be like, hey, don't be doing that. You know. Like,
If there's some like if someone in my family
It's
is,
Thomas Paine, dude. You're right.
Yeah.
It's part of the trade-off that you make. You're going to be in a society of a lot of niceties for being in that. And part of the things that you can't do is just anything under the livid sun, and that's where law enforcement comes in.
Anyways, if
I
this is
agree.
too
Yeah.
sensitive of a subject, we can certainly move on. But
I would like to say something.
sure.
Yeah.
Well, I have, like, my mom's mom, my grandma, is a police officer, and I would always question, you know, like, why, she's a black woman, like, why would she be a cop? But her and I had a discussion saying that I think that even though not all cops are in the right sometimes, I do think that all cops need more training, more education on, like, how to handle certain situations, especially because there have been so many situations that I've just seen on social media that could have been avoided if they had more training. And I do think that they're necessary, because if you don't have them, then you're just going to have chaos. And we've seen it. I mean, 2020, we've seen some chaos. So.
Just in Isla Vista alone. Like,
Yeah, like, that's a good
Yeah.
example. Yeah, like, they're there for a reason, and I think they should be there for a reason. They just need to be trained.
and you
better.
never stop learning.
Well, if I can just try to get at the heart of kind of what. So, do you not want police officers? I just want to understand. I'm not trying to be critical. I just want to understand where you're coming from.
Basically, like, as to my understanding, again, as a black person in America, the institution that police officers work for, whether they know it or not, whether they themselves stand for it or not, what they're working for is constituting towards racism. It's building towards America's existing case of racism, which, like, I feel like because police are, like, supposed to protect us, like, no one wants to say it, and, like, because it's not obvious, like, no one wants to admit it, but, like, at the end of the day, that system itself has to be dismantled in order for, I don't know, society, you know, you say you're a, what was the word you used? Egalitarian. That's how you pronounce it, egalitarian. Like, in order for society to be truly equal, we need to, like, take apart these systems that are inherently racist, inherently unequal, that, you know, aid in the, I don't know how to say it, the lack of development within certain societies, and, like, reestablish them. And I think that includes the police force. I think, like, as it exists now, the police force cannot go on, especially, like, if we wanted to actually benefit society.
So, how do we do law enforcement without police?
I'm not a cop.
Okay, do you have family members? Do you have a mom, a dad, brothers, sisters?
Sure.
Yes. What would you ask?
One of them gets murdered. How does that get solved? Do you want justice? Because without police
the cop
officers,
isn't gonna 100% solve that.
sure, they might not, but
why
they're going
wouldn't
to.
the cop have prevented that murder?
That's
then?
a homicide. Those are detectives.
Yeah,
They have more
we're not
training.
talking
Detectives
about
are
detectives.
detectives are law enforcement officers.
Yeah,
I
know.
think I said
But
police.
they're
I
like
think
more
I said
training.
fuck the
They're like
cops.
upper people. Homicide is a
hold-
whole different ballgame.
They are cops. They are police officers.
I think there's like a
They graduate from cops to like detectives.
yeah.
If you're on homicide,
They're law
they
enforcement
all start
officers.
as grunts.
Detectives
They're-
are out in
Yeah.
squad cars and
It
yeah.
just-
Well, I mean,
Listen, I want to make something clear. There's certainly cases of police misconduct, police brutality. Those things are terrible. Are there ways we can better train police officers? Absolutely. But I think police officers are fundamental to a
You're
functioning
saying that like
society.
the justice system itself isn't corrupt. Like I don't know if someone
I don't
know-
disagree with you there.
I mean, like, what if my mom does get murdered? And then what if they get the wrong guy? And what if he gets convicted and spends the rest of his life in prison? Or what if they do get the right guy and he just gets, like, what is it?
Slap on the wrist?
Executed. No, executed. I live in Missouri. I lived in Missouri. That's a state in which you can get the death penalty. I don't think that's fair justice. If someone killed my mom, I'd want them to rot in prison for the rest of their life. So no, either way, if someone's already murdered, what the fuck is a cop gonna do? Unmurder them?
I mean, they're going to try to they're going to investigate the crime.
They're gonna try to investigate the crime.
you are
Murderers
correct.
are caught. Murderers are caught.
Not always.
Not all the
That's why
time.
there's shows called
So there's-
Unsolved Mysteries.
so
Genius.
More
So
here
there-
than in
hold
a
on.
lot of places.
Unless
So there-
they like leave DNA.
Hold
and
on.
Come everywhere,
Hold on.
like-
So there shouldn't be police officers because some cases aren't solved?
That's not what I said. That's just your
But I'm-
argument has fallacies in it, so I'm not
What-
sure what you're saying. I said there shouldn't be police officers because the system they stand for is corrupt. Did you not hear me? Not because they can or cannot solve murders. I just feel like what they do is not what they stand for isn't what they say they're doing. They're saying they're protecting the people, and they do protect white people. Of course they do. White people don't get stopped and frisked, and that's a known fact. It's unproportional that in Latino and black communities that these are the people who are getting stopped and frisked constantly. The police are at the disadvantage of black and brown people. They will always be to your advantage, and that's why you're in favor of them, and that doesn't surprise me. However, from my point of view, as someone who grew up in a city that had both poor and rich people, black and white people, I've seen the way cops treat black people versus white people, and especially the way they treat poor black people, and it's disgusting, and it's inhumane, especially someone who has family who's poor black people. It's really scary. So no, I do not think police officers should still be instated the way they're currently being instated. The fucking system needs to be changed and remodeled so it benefits everyone, not just you, but everyone at this table.
I mean, I kind of reject quite a few of the premises that you've laid out there. I mean,
I'm sure you do.
Sorry.
so, but anyways, we don't have to stay on that for too
What
long.
do you reject
Can I just
exactly?
say something really quickly?
Sure.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, like brown people and Latinas and stuff. Like as a Latina, I know that when I call,
the microphone, please.
sorry, I know that when I call, if I ever need like the police, like at any moment or at any given time, I trust that the police is going to be there to support and serve justice. You cannot generalize that all policemen are racist or they're all bad. You know, that's like the worst thing you can possibly do.
I didn't say all, but I just said in Latino and brown communities, again, if you were listening to me, we are getting stopped and frisked unproportionately. We are getting watched more than white people. I'm not saying all police officers are bad. I'm just saying these are the statistics, and you can look them up. I, too, as a Latina, know this. I'm not dumb. But I
No
do
one's
know.
calling you dumb. Yeah.
Well,
When
I'm
was
not
the last
saying
time you
that.
got stopped by a cop?
When was the last time I got stopped?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like when
What
you
con-
got
what
pulled
context?
over or like anything. Like when's the last time you got pulled over?
Questioned by the po-
stopped?
questioned
Like when's
by
the
the
last time you
police?
talked to a cop? He was like, "Hey, you."
When was the last time I spoke to a police officer? Well, let's see. I mean, I had a lawsuit. I went to the courthouse, but I mean, that's not really.
That's not it.
I was attacked in the street exactly a year ago, and the police. I called the police. I was attacked in the street,
Okay.
not by the police.
I believe you.
I got jumped.
Mhm.
I called
What'd
the
you say?
police.
Just kidding. Go.
I called the police. They
Okay.
showed up. They took a report.
Yeah.
There was some follow-up. They investigated a little bit. Actually, I give quite a bit of credit to the police. They did a decent amount of work investigating it. However, as soon as it got to the woke district attorney here in Santa Barbara, the district attorney absolutely dropped the ball. So that's where I agree with you that the justice system is broken. So I didn't get justice
Either.
myself. And there was an abundance of evidence.
Yeah.
But because I actually say, I mean, I don't want to go too far into all the identity politics stuff, but I think because of the circumstances of the attack, the district attorney did not want to pursue it. But, well, we're not going to get into it. But yeah, the district attorney did not pursue criminal charges, even though there was an abundance of evidence.
Was it male
Bunch
or
of-
female who attacked you?
3 guys. I got, for the police that helped me out with that case, nothing but love for them. But fuck the DA. That's all I got to
For
say.
sure. You know what's crazy? My boyfriend and I were driving. Well, he was driving, and so he's tall, white guy. He's Russian, pale to skin, obviously. Anyway, he gets pulled over for running a red light and nearly hitting somebody. Right? We're in like some 2000 S2000 Honda. It's a pretty nice car. Anyway, he gets pulled over. There's a cop literally right behind us as it happens. Right? We get pulled. I'm like freaking out. I got weed in my purse. I'm like. Full anxiety attack, and he's like, this is fucking annoying, and I'm like, yeah. Anyways, cop rolls up and he's like, I got another call, don't do that again. And literally just walks away. But he did ask for his license and registration, and then that was it. Didn't even write him a ticket, didn't do anything. And I looked at him, and if that was me, I probably would have been like stopped, my car would have been searched, but like I can't help but feel like because he's a maybe he's a foreigner. I don't know what it was about him, but he is, white. And the fact that the cop.
Bro, y'all just
did
really want to be
nothing.
victims. Y'all just
No, I'm
really
not a
want to be
I'm
victims.
not a victim at all.
I'm a victim
of
because
no
of
one.
X. I'm a victim because of Z. Like, a lot of y'all are reaching.
think so.
A lot of y'all are digging,
I
for
think
sure.
you're the one digging. I think
I'm
you're
not-
the one like you realize what's like ticking, and you're like, let's pick at that just a little bit more. I think you're reaching for that, like, what's making you so mad? Like, why are you,
I'm not mad.
No. You're obviously you're the one picking.
I have criticisms of
Yeah.
police, but I think, do police have an incredibly difficult job? Are they
Yeah, of
necessary? 100%.
Yeah.
100%. So,
What about you? Do you like police? Do you like to get cuffed?
the fuck. All right, we're gonna move on. We're moving on.
I'm just trying to change the subject.
We're gonna move on from the police stuff because it's just gonna derail.
Are cuffs the best part of the police? Because they've
That shit
made it into the
hurts.
sex industry. They're definitely more fun than the police, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. Cuffs.
So, okay, we're gonna get back to some lighthearted
thought these were
dating
funny.
discussion here. Lighthearted dating discussion. So,
Is anyone even watching anymore? That
yeah,
got
there's people
weird.
watching. There's people watching. Okay.
Sorry.
So, let's see here. So normally I do this at the beginning of the shows, but I didn't really have. We kind of riffed on some topics. So we have some videos to react to, some fun little videos. But before I get into some of my other questions, before we react to some videos, I'd like to open it up to the panel here. So is there anything dating related that you want to get off your chest? So one thing, here's some prompts. One thing you wish men did differently, something you don't get about men. There's a trend in dating that annoys you. Men are pissing you off in some way. You want some advice when it comes to men or dating, any of these things. So go ahead.
Can you repeat that, like in a smaller?
Anything dating related you want to get off your chest.
There you go.
Can we come back to me? I want to think about it a little bit.
Sure.
Nah.
Nothing dating related?
No.
Got distracted.
Are you just still tilted about the conversation, or it's just a debate, like it's not a big deal.
No, I just don't really have nothing comes to mind
Okay,
really.
fair enough.
Dating, just get off my chest. Everyone is a stage 5 clinger, and everyone's lying if they say that they're not.
Okay.
None.
I would just say respect goes both ways. So I'll give you respect if you give me mine.
Yeah.
I agree on that.
Jubilee.
Why do you have to say it like that? A lot of things piss me off. A lot of things piss me off about men. I mean, a guy just texted me saying he's going back to his ex. So
Were you guys kind of seeing each other?
Not really, but he's supposed to come over tomorrow, and now he's not.
Wait, is this the guy that you were talking about before?
No, someone else. No, this
How
guy,
many little links you got going on right now?
maybe a few, but they all kind of ghost me pretty quickly.
They go what?
They ghost me really quickly.
Why? Why did they ghost you quickly?
I don't know. I wish I knew. Any guys out there?
Do you think they ghost you because they know that you've got like 7 dudes that you're currently seeing?
They got the same.
Huh?
They have the same. They have a bunch of girls.
Oz equal.
So I don't know. But a guy just texted me saying he's going back to LA to see his ex and apologizes.
Yeah, but you guys aren't like together. So.
No. But it was just like, damn.
Are you guys like friends like that?
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. He's supposed to come over tomorrow and just hang out, but that's canceled now, so that's cool.
I would pretend I'm busy.
But no, yeah, a lot of things piss me off about men, especially with like personal experiences with dating and how men treat women, I guess.
What about hygiene?
Hygiene?
Ooh, that's a whole other thing.
What's the first thing you notice about a guy on your first date? Like
if they smell good.
breath.
Oh,
Their
they just
breath?
smell good.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
If they just smell good. I don't know.
What about you? What do you first notice?
His hands.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm a hand girl.
Wow.
But that says a lot about hygiene also, you know? And
Definitely.
like if they're working
Are there
or not
Under their
Nails?
under their
Yeah.
nails.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm always looking at nails
Like
since I do them.
calluses too. Like, are they
Yeah.
a working man?
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. Awesome.
You said you wanted to have us come back to you. Did you come up with anything?
I mean, the only thing I can really think about is that I think I'm kind of excited for the way dating is moving towards accepting non-monogamous relationships more than it used to be. I think those should be definitely highly more like considered than they are.
You think more people should have those kind of relationships, or
I
just
think-
more people should accept those kind of relationships?
Both. I mean, I'm not saying that like if it's not for you, it's not for you. But I think when it's more mainstream, just like being gay, like if it's more mainstream, it's more comfortable for people to be able to come out and express how they actually want to be. And it's also easier for non-monogamous couples to meet other people who are non-monogamous.
Hmm.
I just want a man.
A real one.
She just did it.
But so why can't you find a man? What's going on?
I wish I could.
What's wrong with you?
I ask
Jubilee?
myself that all the time. I
What's
wish I
wrong
knew.
with
I wish
you?
I knew. I have no idea. No idea. I try. I don't know. I try my hardest, but it doesn't happen. I don't know. That's all I could say, I guess.
Are you going to the bathroom or? Yeah, just right over there. Yeah. Okay, so you were saying we should open things up with the monogamy, non-monogamy. Have it be non-monogamous. Sorry, I misquoted you a little bit. You think people should be more accepting of, or you like how the dating trend is going in terms of
I just think it's growing.
thinking.
It's growing in terms of being more accepting of different kinds of relationships.
Do you want to have children?
At this time, my opinion is no. I believe that's subject to change.
Mhm.
But I personally don't. If I did, I would definitely want to adopt.
Okay. Good times. Good times. I want to wait until she's back just so that we can, for the video reaction. But so let me see. Oh, okay. Have you ever dated a fuckboy?
Yes. Yeah.
Currently dating an ex fuckboy. I think.
Good job.
Just based on his looks. I'm
Like he
sorry.
used
I'm
to be.
sorry. Don't hate me.
Yeah, I have. I think so.
Actually, I haven't.
Good for you.
Yeah, I've been like the first girlfriends for like both of them.
Aw.
Yeah, which is really cute. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Like both guys I've dated, I've been like their first girlfriend. So no.
Oh.
Yeah.
The 2 guys you've dated, you've been there first.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then again, I'm 18, so like there's not much room for
Yeah.
dating sometimes. Yeah.
Wait till your first heartbreak. That shit's gonna suck.
Yeah.
It really does.
Like, I'm literally 10 years older.
Pain.
Exactly. Yup.
Pain.
Yup.
Okay, so
I hope that never
fuck boys. Did you answer?
I mean, I don't think he was. I wasn't. I mean, it was only 4 months. I really don't know.
Okay. Java. I mean, sorry, Jubilee. Your Instagram handle is Java,
Yeah,
so I just
but doesn't mean it's always everyone's name. Username, I don't know. Everyone has different things. I definitely have dated a fuckboy before, and they don't change.
Are you a fuckboy?
I was literally thinking that.
You mean a hoe?
Or a fuck girl, I
Are you a
guess.
hoe? I guess like definition probably. If I'm single, I'm single. But if I'm in a relationship, I'm loyal. As you know, I've helped out quite a bit in my relationships.
I've helped out.
What does that mean? What do you mean you've helped out?
Equality.
Given a place to live.
Oh.
Yeah, exchange.
Yeah.
For what?
Given shelter. And
Pussy power
food.
equals a place to stay. What do you mean for what?
Those hobosexuals.
Here's a question. Would you find it sexist or offensive if a man only wanted to date a woman who shaved her legs, underarms, pubic hair, and had long hair?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's offensive?
No. Cause like I feel like
Wait,
girls.
let me, we'll
Okay.
come to you. Go
Okay,
ahead.
That's fine.
No, I don't think so.
Wait, what? If you have the
Into the
hair
mic.
and then you want to, if you have the hair and then they want you to shave it for them, or is it just in general?
Like 24/7. Like
No,
just,
so,
Sorry.
okay, I'll just repeat the question. Would you find it offensive or sexist if a man only wanted to date a woman who shaved her legs, underarms, pubic hair, and had long hair?
Nah, baby, that's called preference.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't find it a big deal. I don't think.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. Like girls, if a girl likes
Into the mic.
oh sorry, if like girls like a tall guy or like ripped guy, like there's not a problem with that. If they have a preference, then that's respectable.
It's fine until they are really rude about it, I guess I'd say. It's like, I'm not going to see you unless you shave or whatever the case is. If,
You know,
if they push it a little too far.
I feel like if he really loves you, or if this person really loves you,
They'll be over it.
I think that eventually it's gonna be like, you know what, you look gorgeous anyway. Like
Yeah.
you don't. Your hair looks like
Hair is
shit,
hair.
But like your
Everyone
face,
has hair. It's
your
like telling
body,
guys to
like,
shave their legs and armpits
hair is
and
temporary.
whatever the case
unless
is.
he pays for it to get it fully removed all the time.
So
Unless you're
you
blonde.
had an issue with it.
Yes.
Why?
I mean, I think every girl has the ability to have body hair, and I think it's very over sexualized to not have hair, especially being a woman. You know, if a man doesn't want her to have pubic hair, I think that's disgusting, unless she wants to not have pubic hair. But I don't think it's fair for a guy to force his views on a woman just for that. But like if he doesn't, like if he's seeking a random girl and he says that, that's like you said, his preference.
Yes,
but,
that's kind of where I was going.
oh,
with it.
then
Yeah.
my bad. I thought you meant like in a relationship or something like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it could also play out like maybe she started that way and then she started getting lazy, and he wasn't rude about it, but he was just like, hey, your legs are spiky or something like that, you know?
Then I would still stay with my original statement if that was the case.
So yeah, so I guess would you? We'll have her answered since she's coming back now. So the question was, would you find it sexist or offensive if a man only wanted to date a woman who shaved her legs, underarms, pubic hair, and had long hair? So this is like a preference for a guy.
I feel like this is like a can of worms.
Hey, you're
Sorry.
not shy, you're not bashful,
I don't
so
wanna,
let it out,
seem
let
like,
it out.
Like I'm being rude, like, because earlier I just feel bad because like I didn't want to like talk to you like that. Like I don't want you to think like I was trying to like check you or like put you in your place for like having your opinion. Like,
She only wants to check me. Go ahead.
well, yeah, like basically. Like, I just like
Isn't
don't.
it 7 versus 1?
It's just not right. But yeah, I think like if I'm dating a guy and he's like, your legs are fucking hairy and disgusting, like that's rude, you know? But like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just like if we go on that first date and like, let's say like, for example, I have hairy armpits and you decide that's not your thing, that's fine. But if you're rude about it and you're like, you're disgusting, like you need to shave, like then that's where it kind of gets impolite.
Just closer into the mic.
Then like I feel like once you like start commenting on it, that's where it gets impolite because you can see someone's body hair and like be able to determine in person like this person is or this person isn't for me. Like same goes for girls. Like some girls don't like super hairy guys and that's fine.
Yeah.
That's
Not me though.
Oh, she likes a bear.
That's hilarious.
Or a kitty.
Well, it's good that I shaved my beard. Okay, so would you?
Rare.
Would you similarly find it?
I don't think she'd
I'm-
like
Come
you.
on, So would you similarly find it sexist or offensive if a woman wanted to date a man who was clean shaven, had little or no body hair, shaved his pubic hair, or had? Some women prefer mustache or beard. So some women have a preference towards that. Some women have a preference towards clean shaven. I think it's a bit more women prefer clean shaven.
Wait,
A
what do you
little bit
mean? Like
more?
of just body hair, face hair?
Yeah, some girls dislike
hair.
like a guy who has a lot of chest hair.
Yeah.
not a fan.
Yeah.
There's
Because I've had my experience is I've had women go both ways because I can grow a
Yeah.
beard, right? So some women are like, I don't like that shit, and then other women are like, nah, I like it. I like you with a beard.
But you know
So-
what? It's like the chest hair and the beard hair are great, but as soon as you start to get into like the back hair and like the taint hair, it just gets a little fucked.
I like the happy trail. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
Happy trail's fine, but like back hair,
sexy.
I don't know, bro. Mm-mm.
Okay.
It's too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a balance.
I like once it's, yeah.
We are going to we're going to do some super chats. Then we're going to react to a video here. Let me pull these up real quick. So, oh gosh, okay. I'm trying to see where we. Where are we? Okay. We got. Wait, hold on. Okay, I believe this is where we're at, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We got $10 from Rolo Tomasi, the Rational Male. Hey, thank you, man. Much appreciated. Ladies, would you date a guy who identifies as a male feminist? We kind of did. We kind of cover that. Hey, sorry, Rolo. I think we covered that. But if you want to ask the girls a different question, if one of the Eric, if you can
don't.
maybe just
My mom's an esthetician.
The rational male.
yeah. By the way, guys, go check out his book. He has 5 of them, 5 books. The Rational Male, very good book, guys. We're gonna get him on the show eventually, so check it out. Sorry, but yeah, if you want to just write a regular comment, we'll try to get that as your other question. Andrew Tate with the. Can someone in the chat say what currency this is? But thank you for the.
Strange currency.
Is it Filipino?
I was gonna say Philippines.
Filipino, yeah. Maybe pesos. Maybe. Anyone in the chat?
No, the peso's just as a dollar.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Anyone in the chat? What currency is that? Anyways, I'm coming to America and I'm coming for you, Jabba _31. Okay, that's her Instagram. Her DMs are open.
They are.
Oh my god.
I'm waiting.
Okay, Richard Joy with a Canadian $10. I'm sorry, dude. We can't talk about COVID.
Uh-oh.
We're not allowed to
Every-
talk about COVID.
YouTube.
Everyday Edgar. Let's see. $10. It's always the half and half girls speaking the most about what we go through. Okay. Everyday Edgar.
Is that
Yikes.
the Harry Potter slur? Yeah.
I think Muggle.
He just called me the N-word in Harry
Jesus
Potter.
Christ. Hey, that was a good one.
That's
That was
kind of
good.
clever. That's really fucked up.
J.K. Rowling coming up with another way to do that.
Okay, Richard Joy. Do you know how much it costs to throw someone in prison for life? Okay. Life for life, eye for an eye. I mean, there's definitely some debate about the whole death sentence thing. I mean, we're not going to get too deep into that, but
It is a lot of
there's
money.
definitely arguments for both. But yeah, I mean, perhaps there are some crimes that are so egregious that maybe the death penalty is warranted. But yeah, there's an economic argument to be made that the appeals process for if you have a death penalty case is actually more expensive than just keeping them in prison for life. So yeah, good point.
They're on death penalty forever.
Good point.
It's
so
true.
yeah, and then there's also with the death penalty, I'll just bring it back up really quick. In the event that there's a wrongful conviction, if there's no going back from the death penalty, but if they're still in prison, you can release them. So that's one of the major arguments against the death penalty is in the case of a wrongful conviction. And we've seen cases where through DNA evidence, it comes out 20, 30 years later. And so anyways, Richard Joy, for the girls, say you were dating a guy, he split the beans that he saw some escorts. Is that a red flag? I want your thoughts.
Who is this guy? Richard
He's-
the beans.
He's a billionaire Canadian.
The cat's out the bag.
love
You know what?
split the
Sponsor me,
beans.
please.
Thank
I'm so
you.
poor. Richard, please. I was just kidding.
Wait, are you saying
I
that
love all your comments.
there's more?
I low-key love her, even though we had a debate earlier. Is it mutual? Not like a romantic love, but like a.
I'm glad you had to specify that.
Okay, never mind. You
Like
don't
we
have to.
bro down.
It's
I
good.
understand people.
I appreciate.
Yeah.
I just want to make something clear. I know we had a bit of a heated debate, but debate is welcome, and I'm glad that you were
It was
open with your positions. So thank you very much.
You're a master debater.
Thank you for the endorsement. I will put that on my business card. So let's see. Wait. Oh yeah. Richard Joy he owns a maple syrup conglomerate in Canada. So he's incredibly wealthy.
Whoa.
Owns some like maple syrup companies. It's a whole thing.
My
my
cash app is
Instagram.
Annalisa DSG with a $sign in front of it.
Okay. Her OnlyFans is coming soon. Okay. So
Oh,
it's in the works, right?
No.
Okay. Never mind. Kai, why don't you go ahead and answer this one?
Okay, so I'm gonna have to assume that you guys are dating when he split the beans, saying that he's also escorts, right?
Well, I'm not sure the way he's framing this. I'm not sure if he means like in the past, if he's
It
hired
needs to be, like,
prostitutes.
I need to know if it's
That's
if
a
it's
pretty because
now
then
or
that's
later.
in.
It sounds like during, because he's saying like split the beans. Like sometimes it's my
Like he dropped the
all-time girl,
ball.
sometimes it's an escort, like a little splitting. Right?
Completely lost.
Any guy who hires a prostitute is a no from me. That's just fucking weird. Like, you can't get sex for free, dog.
Okay, he's saying it's in the past. So
Still
would you
weird.
would you
That's
have
so weird.
would you have an issue dating a guy who, let's say, slept with some prostitutes in the past?
No,
No issue with it.
no
Okay.
issue.
Yes. What are you, Walter White?
Wait, Walter White?
Or Jesse Pinkman.
He slept with.
Jesse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. What are you, Jesse Pinkman? Like what? What are
Wait,
you doing?
he slept with prostitutes in the show?
Yeah, Wendy. Oh, is that a spoiler?
That was in like the first.
The show's been out for a long time. There cannot be
I mean, it's
spoilers.
not spoilers. Just spoilers.
Oh well.
We ain't seen it by now.
It's
Okay.
not that big of a deal, but.
So the meth selling was okay, but it was the prostitutes.
Yeah. The meth
I
was
mean, neither, but I'm like,
Enterprise.
what person my age needs to hire? Like, who does that? Like, what like other like people my age like would need to hire a prostitute? Like, you're in college. Like, how has life like gotten that tumultuous for you?
Elliot Rogers.
Oh, God.
Okay, well,
Okay, well,
You're 18
Can I-
hiring a prostitute.
Christ. Okay.
Well, actually, a lot of parents, like or dads specifically, they'll hire like a prostitute for like their first time. So
I
mean,
have what?
But they
Yeah.
Like where? Like in the
themselves.
Philippines
but
or
also,
here?
Does this happen?
I've heard a couple of times, yeah.
Oh boy.
So they feel like manly and they know what they're doing when they're with like a girl they like.
Okay, so being someone who's dealt like in the life of sex work, I think that you can also develop a relationship with this girl and not because she is a prostitute hire her, but because you want to be with her, but you also know that's the way to support her. So you could
No.
hire her in that sense too.
But it's like, is that hiring her if it's supporting your girlfriend?
Wait, into the mic.
Oh, is hiring someone the same thing as supporting your girlfriend if she happens to do sex work, you know?
Well, okay.
Like, not knocking it
I want
at
to just
all.
come in and just address what you said. So you said, why would a guy need an escort? The thing is, though, is it's very difficult. It's much harder for men to get laid than it is for women to get
Are you
laid.
trying to say you hire escorts?
no.
No,
Be
I-
honest, be for real.
I've never hired an escort. I'd never pay for it.
Just making sure.
I was working in the red light district at one point in Amsterdam, and I was trying to.
As an escort?
I was trying to get the ladies.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was a video. It was
Jail.
It was a video. It was,
911.
It was
Did
a
you get
bit.
any?
It was
I
a
was not very
bit.
successful, unfortunately.
Did you
The-
go at night though?
Well, the tough part was I was trying to get other escorts, female escorts, to pay me.
but was it day or night?
It was nighttime.
Was it like
Okay.
a prank or something?
At least
Yeah,
it was the
like
right
It
setting.
was a joke.
Okay.
It was a joke. So, did you get to go? Would you have an
I
issue
don't
with?
even know what their question
escort-
is.
wi-
Just prostitutes and
He is splitting the beans between prostitutes and you.
Okay. Would you have an issue with, like, you find out a guy that you're starting to date or whatever, he slept with escorts in the past? Is that an issue?
I mean, fuck. He's probably a loser, right? I don't know.
He's a loser?
I said he's probably like if somebody had to pay for an escort. I mean, I don't know. I paid for porn once. Like,
Okay. What's yours?
sorry.
I just feel like it'd be an invitation for a really great conversation. Like, why paying and why for sex? And was there nothing better to do? Like, go to the zoo. So, yeah.
Ew.
Okay.
I mean, if it was in the past, I mean, I wouldn't like it, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's in the past. It's fine as long as he's committed to the relationship.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly. Like you don't know like the background of it. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I would probably like respect it.
Yes and no. I feel like I would be worried that they're gonna go out and do it again while being in the relationship.
But is it also just like a turn off and too like
No.
Okay, sure. So related to that question, I want to ask you guys. So the guys past Matt. Oh fuck! I should have asked this. I should have asked the question first. Did you last time?
No, but I don't want to.
Okay, we're gonna. This is sort of related. I know where Richard Joy's going with this. What's your body count?
As in like having full sex.
How many?
Or
Just how many sexual partners you've had?
sexual partners? 9.
Okay.
Honestly, don't know. I don't count. I don't really care.
More
Like
than, less than 10, more than 10?
Probably around 10. I don't know.
30?
No, I said
Okay.
around 10.
Okay.
I actually just learned not that long ago that like full on, like all the way, you know, it's looking. So I don't know.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Maybe like 10, 13.
10, 13.
10 to 13.
Sexual
people.
partners. Okay.
Sexual partners. Average.
I don't keep one on purpose because I had a friend in middle school that was like that bitch that like fucking wrote down every fucking thing about
God.
every
But,
fucking
okay, it
buddy.
doesn't have to be an exact number.
No,
it can just
dude,
be.
I don't know because she had an exact body count.
I don't
Like
care
when
about
we
your
was all in
friend
high
in middle
school,
school.
I don't
I
fucking
don't
know.
care.
It's got to be at least enough to know that I can fucking fuck.
She could fuck.
So what do you want to give a range?
lot.
20 to 30, 40 to 50?
What do you think it is?
I don't know.
Enough to know that
You-
I can fuck.
I mean, you've been with
Back in her day.
Well, here's the thing. I figure you see a girl with a kid, and you're like, well, she fucks. So I'm that girl with the
I
kid.
mean, you have had sex at least one time.
Thank you. I know I have proof. It's great.
I mean, unless it was like the
Are we
immaculate,
talking about full on sex?
Oh my God, I am not on that
You're not
level.
on
immaculate conception.
No, I don't know. I really don't know because I really
But,
was
okay,
traumatized.
Is it
So maybe
more
like
than 30?
And I feel like there was this time my freshman year in college when I tried to guess. And I was like, this is a bad idea for my self-esteem. So I stopped trying to guess then. So I really don't know. I'm not going to give you like enough to know that it's been fucking awesome and I can fuck.
Okay.
Maybe 9,000.
Go ahead. You
maybe,
go ahead.
Maybe.
I just got 1.
Okay. 1.
2.
I got more than that.
I don't answer that.
Come on, Jubilee. Jubilee. Come on.
A
I get-
guesstimate.
No, I don't answer that. I don't think it matters. I just.
Okay, chat. What do you think her? What do you think
No,
her body
don't
count
ask
is?
that.
Chat. What's her body count?
Let's see.
Well, just in response to all the girls' answers.
Multiply it by 3, and that's the real number.
Okay, moving on.
Oh.
Should body count matter though? Wait, let me do super chats and then we'll go into that.
No, unless you have STDs.
We'll come back.
Wow.
Okay, so let's see where I was.
Clean bill of health.
Oh, there's a follow-up.
Some of them are right. Job of the thought.
Yo, Benjamin, thank you for the big $50 Australian, man. Really appreciate the support. Great work with the podcast so far, Brian. Keep up the momentum. Hey, man, really appreciate it. Thank you for coming in with the support. I think this looks like your first super chat, so if this is your first time tuning in, welcome. Good to see you, man. Stay around. Okay. Oh, Rolo came. Sorry, I preempt. This is why I asked the question. I saw this. I forgot to pull it up. Eric, thank you for starring it, though.
I love that.
Oh, you did? Yeah, ladies. What? So this, yeah, I should have pulled this up before I prompted it, but Richard Joy with the 10 Canadian dollars. Look a here, Spider-Man boyfriend. I get ready for you. Wait, what?
Oh, Richard.
You should have get ready. Wait, what's?
Hicks.
Am I?
Hilarious.
I don't. Spider-Man boyfriend? Is this? Who's this directed to?
It's an inside joke.
Between you and Richard?
Yeah.
Do you know Richard?
I will.
Ooh-wee.
Yes! That's awesome!
Okay.
Hey, Richard.
Yo, Richard, thank you for the continued support, man. By the way, please confirm or deny the whole maple syrup conglomerate thing. Okay.
Oh, it's true.
Let's see. Richard Joy, a man can spend $300 and spend an hour of talking and hanging out and get exactly what he wants, sex, without any games or nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you're going to have to pay for it some way. So, okay. You're paying one way or the other. Let's see. EG with the $10 soup chat. I want to have sex whenever I feel like it. I don't want to go through all the BS of dating. I mean, that is true. Like, if you just, I mean, I've never had an escort, but I could see, like, why some guys are drawn to it. Like, if you just want to get laid, you don't want to do the whole dance of, let me take her on a date, and then 50% chance she's going to flake, and then she's going to want to wait 3 dates. So I can understand why some men, they just want it. So I get it. I think sex is better with someone you care about. But anyways, Art Vandelay with the $10 soup chat. Sometimes I think it would be more logical to have the chat answer with zeros and ones instead of ones and twos. Okay, chat, in response to this, 1 if you agree, 2 if you disagree, with Art Vandelay here. Sorry, Art. I love you. Rolo. Oh, okay. I think that's it. Is there one other that came in, Eric, or?
I think that's it.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, body count. Should body count matter?
Does what?
I don't think.
Well, let's have you go last.
No.
Body count should not matter.
I don't think it should matter as long as he takes care of himself in like a STD standpoint.
Sure. But what, and so this can also be viewed either as your view of a partner, be it a guy or a girl, if they have a high body count, or should body count matter, like if a potential partner might be judging you on body count?
I mean, not really, but I wouldn't have sex with a virgin, probably. I wouldn't have sex with a virgin. No, fuck no.
I would.
Just like from like point of view of experience, and like I just wouldn't want to have sex with someone who's young either. But like especially just the experience thing.
I would. No, I don't think body count matters. No.
I agree, as long as you're keeping it clean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I would worry about is like, are any STDs? But if
Yeah,
not,
it doesn't matter for me.
Doesn't matter. Just be safe.
Okay. As the sole guy at the panel, I must come in here.
It matters for you.
For most men, body count is very important.
Because of their
And
dick
body-
size?
What?
Why?
Body count matters for me, and for most men, men care a lot about a woman's body count. They want a woman with a low body count.
Yeah.
The fewer the better.
But
Why?
don't you want to
they
get that
wanna,
dick
like,
sucked
own
real
you.
good?
Yeah, she's gonna be better.
Shit. What's wrong
Practice
with
makes
experience?
perfect.
I don't remember the last time I hung.
Even for a one night stand, I'd rather get with a girl with a low body count.
I've never.
That's all you're gonna
I don't
ask
remember
her?
the last time I hung out with a guy like, "What's your body count?" before we do anything. or even date. Like, I don't remember the last time someone asked me that.
Who keeps track?
And
for real?
you've said though that you've had trouble getting into relationships.
Yes, but that
Okay.
is not from whatever my body
Okay, so
count is.
men have two categories. We have hookup only category, recreational only category, and then we have relationship, marriage, girlfriend category. For that category, men care deeply about body count. If it's just to hook up, a lot of men probably are going to give a bit more leeway, but when it comes to serious commitment, men care. Not all men, but you ask most men are invested in a woman's past, in her promiscuity.
I failed at dating, but nothing of body count or anything like that has been brought up, so it's definitely not that. I'd hope not.
Right, but there's other ways men can
What's the
sort
part?
of...
Can I ask though
Yeah, what's
why?
up?
Like, what's the why here? Why the low body count? I'm not like asking with some like fucking underlying like or asking for a friend. Like, I'm just curious.
No,
like, why?
I can give you a couple of reasons.
Yeah.
But I mean, is it surprising to you to hear a guy say that body count matters? Because I mean, I think
No. But I
think
also think
women
like
know that.
But I don't
it
think they always
matters.
ask either. Like
No.
I
I
fucking
think
I feel
once
like
you're dating, you start asking those types of questions. You know.
no,
One night
some of them
stand.
never fucking ask. Some of them just don't want to know.
I was
like,
in a
some of them
relationship for
really
over a
fucking
year,
don't.
and we never asked each other that.
Yeah,
I
some
don't know
people
his, and he
truly
didn't
don't
know
fucking
mine.
Yeah.
go investigating into your past.
And we didn't
And you
care.
even offer them shit, and they're like, "I didn't really want to fucking smell that shit. You didn't need to pull that." And you're like, "Sorry, I can't help myself." But I don't know. It's a curiosity of mine. Why?
If I want to have sex,
Well,
I'm gonna have
so
sex.
there's a few things, and I'll give you a couple reasons why men care about a woman's past promiscuity or even ongoing promiscuity. So, first off, throughout all of human history, and there's a cultural component to it, but there's also a biological and an evolutionary reason why men care about a woman's promiscuity. And I guess the first one I can give you is, well, throughout the vast majority of human history, men cared about sexual purity in women. And even to this day, they still do. So
That seems
whether-
very patriarchal, though.
how's that? That's just a preference. That's something men care about.
And women.
And by the way, I want to make something clear. Women can say, hey, I don't want to date a guy who's a player. I don't
Yeah.
want to date a guy who fucks hundreds of, like,
Yeah.
I
women
just meant
can have
strictly
that.
from. I meant actually strictly from when you said the historical context. Only that part. I'm like, in the past, it was like all because of chastity and like religiosity. Like, if the woman like went outside and like had sex before she was promised to some man, her dad would rather kill her than see her like exist and
She's
be
a
all
witch.
like deflowered and shit. So that was all I meant. It was
Well,
like
so-
strictly speaking historically. I'm not so sure
this one
now.
too.
Different maybe.
It reminds me of.
Yo, can you stop? I don't know why you're like,
Just
we're just, but it's, we
distracting?
told you at the beginning of the show, please, like, no
can't,
cross
sorry.
chat. Like, it's just,
Got you.
we don't have headphones, so it's hard to tell, but if like multiple people are talking for the viewers,
hear me now?
it's just very difficult if there's multiple people on the microphone. So
Sorry, guys.
let me come in, hold on, let me just come in on my reasons. So evolutionarily, men cared about promiscuity because if a woman's promiscuous, if she's sleeping with other people, she could get pregnant, and you cannot guarantee who the father is. So if she slept with other people, you don't know who the child is. So there's something ingrained in men where it's a big fucking L for a dude to be raising another guy's kid.
There is, in this society.
Hold on, but let me give you some more reasons. So there's the evolutionarily hard wiring for men to be repulsed by promiscuity because it's a paternity thing. Men don't want to be victims of paternity fraud. They want to raise their kid, not somebody else's kid. And not only is it paternity thing, it would suggest infidelity. So there's that. The other thing is it's just, there's the STD risk. Someone who's more promiscuous is more likely to have an STD. So someone who has a high body count, more likely to have an STD. There's also just a general, like, kind of the thought of at least for me personally, the thought of sleeping with a woman who fucked a guy the night before is kind of disgusting. Like, I would find that disgusting. To sleep with a girl who a guy came in her the night before, then I'm going to sleep with you. Like, that's just, and a woman can have the same standard too. you just fucked a girl and you're not like, you still got her juices on. Like, to me, that would be disgusting.
Then you must not pay for sex either, Brian, because
well, no, I've never
same.
paid for an escort.
I think it's also like detoxing people. Like when you share your body with somebody, like, you know, like you take a lot from each other.
No, I hear you on all that. I'll just say one small point. There's definitely in this society, all of that. I feel like, that's pretty true.
Let me just finish and then I'll let you come in. So there's the few other reasons is, if a woman has had a lot of sexual partners, she's less likely to be able to pair bond. She's less likely to be able to fall in love with you. The incidence rate of infidelity is greater if she has a high body count. Infidelity is more likely. Reporting relationship dissatisfaction is more likely. So the more people you sleep with, and they've done studies on this, there's a greater incidence of breakups, greater incidence of divorce, greater incidence of infidelity, greater incidence of reporting relationship dissatisfaction. And a woman who's slept with 100 people is just not going to be able to attach to you in the same way that a girl who slept with 1, 2, 3 guys are going to be able to.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's all like super framed from like today's standpoint. So fair enough. Like if that's like everything's from that reference, like also not a single man out there trying to make it in the world with ladies. So I can't really relate like even on that level. So I'll go ahead and say that. But there's definitely times in the actual history where there are societies where they didn't mind that the men and women were so close that men realized they might be actually raising the children of their fucking neighbor or something because they all were co-siring children. These exist throughout history too. So just saying, it's all about context and where you're at. So yeah, yours is here and now, and I get that. Fine, sure, great. Thank you for answering that. That was all.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure what societies those are, but overwhelmingly.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I didn't study up to come here, so I don't like have it on like a cue card to give to you. That's why I just said I know they exist. Like, you know, I like you have seen documentaries. There definitely is that thing where I remember that this has been a thing, and I thought, oh, that's fucking weird because no one in today's society would ever be able to hang with this situation. But it was like literally almost exactly what you said, which is just that the men and women were all so close and all intermingling so much that no one fucking knew who the fuck's kids were, and they all just were a small enough society that it didn't matter. Everyone just raised everyone, whatever. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, I think the nuclear family has been valued throughout much of human history, and it's only in recent times that we've seen the destruction of the nuclear family. So, yeah. Does anybody, I mean, we had a bit of back and forth. Did anyone else want to respond to anything? Did you want to come in? I know you wanted to come in. Did you want to come in? Your response to any of that?
Oh, no.
It doesn't matter anymore.
What? Why?
I just don't think we need to backtrack.
Huh?
I don't think we need to backtrack if we're...
You don't want to give? Okay.
No.
And just because, well, you know what? There's someone who can explain this far better than I can. You know, I'm not quite as articulate and well-spoken as the following individual we're about to watch. Eric, can you pull up the video tab? Video. Yeah, you're going to have to scroll down to, it's in yeah, there we go. We're going to react to the body count clip. I'll be right back.
You know what's so attractive about younger women? Because a lot of these dudes talk about fertility and looks and stuff. I don't actually think it's that. I think that in the modern world, in the days of old, right, you'd meet a woman, you get married, you be together, whatever. In the modern world, if I meet a girl who's 33 and single, I know the amount of dick that's been through her before me is just simply unattractive. I don't care how nice you are, but you're 33 years old. How many men have fucked? If I get a 19-year-old girl, I might be her second or third man, right? I'm going to be dude number fucking 29, and all the trauma and heartbreak and bullshit they put you through, you're going to try and bring to my door? Like, well, my last man cheated. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care. Like, why is that my problem? So if you pick up older women, you have to accept they've been on the carousel longer. They've had more fucking rides, more spins. I don't want that shit. When I see a beautiful young woman, I know that she has a very low body count. And also, but the truth is, women's mentality is absolutely connected to sex. If a woman sleeps with a bunch of men, it's harder to penetrate her mind and make her fall in love with you. And it's unattractive. But if she's had 30 dudes inside of her, she really gonna think, you know what, this guy's so special, or she's gonna think, you know what, he talked to me rude, I'll just go get a new guy. Whereas if a woman's only been with a few guys, she's much more likely to fall in love with you, be a better partner. So the likelihood of her falling completely in love with you and staying loyal to you and really believing you're the only man for her after being through so much trauma and so many men and sleeping with so many dudes and having her heart broken and having those memories of her ex and all that crap she's been through is far less likely than meeting a nice, young, beautiful girl who hasn't been with many men and she goes, you know what, this is the guy I like. Every woman who knows this and every man who watches this can be honest. Women fall in love with the person they lose their virginity to or their second or third guy. They really remember them. They really love them. Any woman who slept with 50 dudes, she doesn't even remember who most of them are. She doesn't care. If a woman slept with a bunch of men before you, she's less likely to stick it out through a difficult period in a relationship. She's more likely to just say, you know what, new answer's new dick.
That's a pretty good answer.
And that's the truth. Let me make something clear. If I meet a beautiful 30-year-old woman, I'm not saying I won't sleep with her.
That's pretty fucking old.
Yeah.
30?
I know.
What are you, crazy?
There's been times I was
body
young.
count or else.
Your reaction to the video?
Honestly, he spoke really fast and it was kind of quiet.
You couldn't hear?
I mean, not really. I mean, I think I got the gist of what he was saying.
Okay, maybe it was the ears. The ears were covering up the...
They should give me more hearing.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Good point.
Your reaction?
I too couldn't really tell what that guy was talking about, but he seemed really passionate.
Some people here at the table could hear, right?
Yeah. Andrew Tate just grinds my gears in general.
You couldn't hear? You couldn't hear?
It was pretty quiet. I mean, on my end, it kind of was quiet. He does talk really fast. I mean, we watched this video last time, so I've already said my thoughts on it in the past.
Well, we'll come to you at the end then.
I mean, he did mention about heartbreak and trying to move on and having this other person be stuck on somebody else. I mean, we've probably all been in that situation, right? We're trying to move on with somebody. So as far as the body count, I don't know if that matters, but that's my reaction to it.
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely passionate about it, and it's like super opinionated, and he super feels like he's right. So there he went.
I mean, yeah, he has a lot of his own opinions, but I mean, we all have our own own opinion on body count. I just think the body count should be a preference. If you want, if you care, it doesn't matter. I don't think.
I think it's the importance you give to sex. It doesn't matter the body count you have. It depends how you view sex and you're a loyal partner. And yeah, I respect his opinion, honestly.
If you don't want a girl with a high body count, then don't be with that girl. Yeah. Find a girl with a low body count. And if you think that she's not capable of love with a high body count, I don't think that's true.
Yeah, date a boy if you don't want a girl with a high body count.
Yeah.
Easy fix.
Or you could just date a woman with a low body count.
Or a boy.
Or a woman with
If they tuck, it's almost the same thing.
Yep. That's the solution. Just be gay.
Let them. They can tuck for you. It's okay. It looks the same from the front.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What? A tuck.
I just don't think a woman with a high body count. I think they're capable of love. I don't think that they're not.
I
don't think a number or whatever.
They're capable of love, but it's just.
I'll fall in love real quick.
They've done studies on this. The more sexual partners you have, it does shift your ability to pair bond.
How many sexual partners do you have? Just wondering.
I'm a man of God, so I don't reveal my body count.
So you ask
I'm
a woman
being
it
flippant.
matters. You asked all of us our body counts.
Because I believe body count matters. So I'm going to omit answering that question. I'm a very discreet individual, so I don't answer that question.
Right.
So clever.
Okay. Yeah.
It's fine.
That's an answer.
That's fine. That's
What?
Whatever.
You guys could have omitted answering if you were so inclined.
I fucking did.
Well, there you go. Exactly.
Didn't you ask the chat hers what they thought hers would be when she tried to omit?
What does the chat think yours would be?
They can if they want. Chat, if you want, you can try to guess my
Chat,
body
can we
count.
answer that?
You can try to
I
guess.
just the judgment sometimes.
I think he's still waiting for the big day.
You think I'm
Ain't
a
no
virgin?
shame in it.
You think I'm a virgin?
Ain't no shame, dude.
You think I'm a virgin?
Man of God.
Do you know what a promise ring is?
I don't think so.
I mean, I'm being flippant about that comment, but
I don't think you have
Negative
like
1, 0.
penetration.
One.
I don't think it's impossible. I'm just saying.
Version 5.
What
That's
about?
right. No. Anyways, moving on.
that.
Yeah,
That was like
give us
the
something
most.
else. Let's give you something.
Yeah, that was the most. That was a very milquetoast response to Andrew Tate that usually triggers people. But okay, we're gonna answer a couple super chats here. So let's just see. I want to make sure I get all of them. Okay, we're here. Richard Joy with. Wait, it's all good.
Whoop, hip, hip.
You started though, yeah? Eric?
What's up?
You started that one?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Richard Joy with the 10 Canadian dollars. Spider-Man girlfriend, this question is directed to you. Have you left the United States of America? If so, please go into details where you have been. Mexico.
Who's Spider-Man girlfriend?
I think it's her. I think it's Anna.
Mexico not count?
What?
Why does
Wait,
Mexico
you gotta.
Why
you
do
got,
details
here,
matter?
can you scoot into the table?
Oh
a bit
yeah,
more?
my
Just
my
scoot
bad,
in.
my bad.
You're good.
Richard, come
I
on. Why does Mexico not count?
Maybe you should check to
I'm
see
not-
if he's sent you the Cash App money.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying too. I'm like, why is he asking me this? I'm like, is he assuming I'm Mexican, or is that just him being like just admitting Mexico for just like no reason? I've never been to Mexico, but it seems like a beautiful country.
Wait, just remind me really quick. I know this is totally different. What was your longest relationship?
It was a little less than a year, I'd say.
Okay.
About,
Just
yeah.
I was trying to remember people. Yeah. Not related at all. Okay, we got Mike Dust here with the $10 super chat. You don't need to sleep with 100 guys to learn how to give a good BJ. Okay. Word, that's true.
Nah.
Hey, you can teach that shit. You can learn.
Some people
Okay.
are masters the first try.
Moving on.
Sweet.
Moving on. Let's see. Okay. The Dark Knight with the $10 super chat thank you, man. For the ones that said body count doesn't matter, please share your body count. We did that. Chances are you won't be honest, thus proving why it's important to most men. So they actually did all. I think all of them shared their body count except for someone at the table. Okay, moving on.
I guess I can give a ballpark.
Oh wait, you didn't give yours yet? Okay, give your ballpark. Just do it. Wait, hold on. I gotta play something for you.
Rule number 76, no excuses, play like a champion.
Okay, what is it?
It's like 30.
Somebody say, is your name
Multiply
Anna
by
or Lisa?
3
Make up your
and that's
damn
the
mind.
number.
Asking the real question. Like,
Who wants to date a guy in a dress? Okay, show of hands.
I would,
Show of
definitely.
hands. Would you date a guy in who wears dresses?
Young Thug is, right? Yeah. I was defending him in that dress.
Sends the asteroid. Okay. Let's see. Richard Joy with the 10 Canadian dollars. Question for the ladies. Would you date a trans man?
Yes.
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 I would love to.
Trans man. Okay, so yeah.
Depends.
I don't have to worry about getting pregnant.
We'll go around the
New
table
to
really quick on this.
manhood.
Of course, yeah.
No. Sorry.
I haven't ever considered it. I mean, if I like you, I like you. So yeah, sure. You make me like you, I like you.
Never thought about it, but I mean, I don't think so.
I've like not thought about it either, but I mean, hey, like if it happens, it happens. But
When I first started dating my most recent ex, his best friend told me he was trans, and I thought he was for a second. So I was fine with it. I would love to. So, not against it at all.
Okay, Richard Joy, thank you for the $10 soup chat. Okay, really quick, like, have you left the United States? He really wants to know.
You can send me some money, then I'll answer that question.
Okay, Richard Joy with the $1 billion maple syrup conglomerate. We need a $500 soup chat for her to answer this question.
Ooh-wee.
Straight to her Cash App.
Yeah.
1,000 split, like the beans.
Okay, so we're gonna react to another video. Eric, if you can pull that up. Sorry, we got a bus or something passing by here. So we're gonna do the first one. How much money?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Daily Dropout. I'm Danny. Today I'm going to be asking girls, how much money should a guy make per year? All right. Hi, guys. So my question for you is, how much money do you think a guy should make per year?
Depends where they live. I mean, if I'm like dating them, it'd be nice if they were at least making 100,000. Like $1 million, $2 million?
Yeah, bitch, go
Hey, we're at ASU, you know, so you're not gonna find him here.
Like fully like adult.
Someone that you would consider wanting to be
An
the rest of your life.
300K, 3 figures.
Okay, so why is that?
Just because like
3 figures?
that's a stable income, I'd say. 100, like 500 grand? Is that a lot?
No, that's 500 is
Like normal?
on a good day. Yeah, I mean it depends.
Okay. A lot. We're expensive.
Yeah. Millions.
Bills, shit. Okay.
I don't really care. I mean, I like when guys like pay for dates and stuff.
So if a guy made 30K a year, is that something you're okay with?
Yeah, I think that would be great.
Like your husband?
Oh shit, husband. Yeah, I think that would be fine. If it was my husband, I'd be in love with him. So yeah.
I wouldn't really say I would have a price on that. I mean, as long as I treat me respectfully.
Minimum 6 figures, no matter what the situation is.
We have an expensive lifestyle.
Yeah.
No, I mean I totally understand. We got to get good skincare routine. You know, the whole 9 yards.
100,000.
120K.
80K and like maybe like 120.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say like
Just throw a range out there.
once you get to a certain age, like I don't know. I'm also kind of like gold digger, so no. I'm planning on just like supporting myself with my income. So I don't really plan on being supported by the person that I'm dating.
What is the lowest you would go? So,
500,000.
I could have a nice like settled life with like a 200,000 a year, like normal, great. Yeah.
what's the lowest though that you would go for?
What the fuck?
Oops.
What?
Okay, so that's from the Daily Dropout, by the way. I mean, it wasn't the full video, but you kind of get the idea. So your guys' reaction to that, and also if you just want to answer the question, like how much would a guy need? What was the question that she asked?
How much should a guy?
Like how much should a guy make?
Should a guy make? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I know some of you are in college, so you're probably not overly concerned with finances at this point, but maybe if you want to answer like, hey, this is going to be maybe when you get married, the guy who's going to be your husband or your life partner, how much would you like him to make?
I want to be the breadwinner for the relationship, so less than me.
You want... Hold on.
I want to spoil him.
So you want to be the breadwinner?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that.
So well, you're currently in a relationship now, so.
Yeah.
So he has to make it less than you.
I mean, he doesn't have to, but I think I'd like to flex on that a little bit.
Okay, how much are you going to make, do you think?
I don't know.
Are you going to, well, you said your current occupation is go-go dancing. Is that going to be, is there continuity there, or you're working on something else?
It's just saving up to go to school.
What do you want to do?
I want to be a mortician.
Oh, I could see that.
I love that.
That checks out. That checks out. Okay.
Yes.
They do. They make good money. Have you seen 6 Feet Under?
I have.
Good show.
It's great.
Good show.
Yeah, right now I don't really think a guy's finances matter, but in the future I want to be a lawyer, so like I think like as long as like his income is like around mine, like, you know, as long as he's just not like, I mean, as long as he's not like sitting on the couch like unemployed eating potato chips, like I think we're gonna be fine. Like as long as he has that drive and determination, like that's what it's more about, other than like the money. Like I don't care if he makes more or less than me, as long as we're both like working the same, you know, working just as hard as each other.
But is there like a bare minimum, for example, that you'd want a partner to make?
It just depends how old we are and like where we are in our lives, you know?
Let's say 30.
How old are we?
30.
Like,
You're both 30.
Oh,
or
okay.
within about that age range.
I don't know enough about finance to know how much I'd be making at that point.
So, well, what kind of, you said you want to become an attorney, correct?
Yeah.
Do you know what kind of law you want to practice?
Gosh, I think I want to do
Just a little
contract. I want to do contract law
Okay.
and copyright.
So intellectual property stuff, maybe some business.
Type B.
Okay.
But
So-
that's like my passion is like doing like the like on the side like pro bono work, like, so I don't know. I just
Sure.
really don't know.
And so, do you have a sense of how much money you think you'll be making? Because attorneys can do I mean, you might be making anywhere from 100 to 200K at 30.
I
Maybe
don't
more.
expect someone to I don't know, like if I'm making like 50K, I don't expect my partner to like be making $1,500,000. But like if that so happens, it's nice because I know like that's someone where it's like if we started a family, my children would have like that like safety cushion. But I'm not looking for that. I'm not going out looking for guys like you have to have this. It must be this rich to ride, you know. But I do know money helps. Like I'm not an idiot.
But okay, so let's say you end up at 30. You're an attorney. You're making $200,000 a year. How much would you like your partner to be making?
Probably like 6 figures at least, like around that. But if he's making less, like, and I love him, like that's love, you know. As long as he's working, as long as he has that determination.
Okay, so you wouldn't have an issue being the primary breadwinner, then?
No, as long as he's working.
Okay, so you'd like pay for his stuff, pay for dates, pay for trips, stuff like that?
As long as it's like love. Like I probably wouldn't want to like I said, like if our incomes are like if he's making $500 a year and I'm making $500,000 a year, that's a problem. But like I don't want to have a relationship where things
Why is it a problem?
Just because like we're obviously not on the same level. Then like if I'm like making $500K, like there are things where it's like I just need to be at a point in my life where I'm settling down with someone who's also making enough money to start a family. I don't want to be like the sole dependent. What if something happens to me? Then what? Like what happens to our kids? Like what happens to my spouse, you know, where it's like I wouldn't want to have to just give all my money to them. I'd want to give some of it to charity, where it's just a lot of factors that go into it. And I think money's important, but it's not everything.
Okay.
No, I completely agree with what you're saying. And living within your means. You know, if you're, you know, spending more than you're making, that's a big issue also. I learned that a lot as a teenager, just like, you know, living within your means because I didn't get money whenever. So I think spoiling each other is very important. And I think depending on where you're living and what your rent and like your cost of life should determine like each other's money income, I suppose. 50-50 on everything.
50-50 on everything.
If you can, you know.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have like a number, just how the girls, they just gave a number. Do you have a number?
Well, we're in Santa Barbara, so a lot. For sure.
Okay, so you're...
I don't know.
But you currently have a boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have a sense of how much you'd want your current partner, maybe when...
He's on his way to like medical school, which is awesome.
Okay. Go ahead.
So,
yeah, but like I actually have a real answer. I don't want to give my actual answer, but I can say this. To live in this fucking community, like you definitely need to be combined making. Like if you want to live comfortably and above 30% of everything going towards just rent and cost of living, you're going to have to be making over $120,000 a year. Good luck. I'm saying combined, that means two of you together, which to the people who are like, it's only $60,000 that you make, that's two of you could be making that. So, but just being realistic, guys, this is a community where you can't make under $100,000 together and survive here very comfortably.
Yeah, definitely the cost of living in Santa Barbara is very high.
It's wild here.
I wouldn't necessarily think that, I mean, I don't really have an amount, but as long as he's not like financially dependent on me, or like constantly asking me to pay for things like that would get annoying. I really think they're like 50-50, like spoiling each other. I think that's really important, especially in a relationship. But if you like truly love the person, I don't think it really matters. I mean, finances don't really matter. It would
love
help.
Don't pay the bills.
It would really, really help. But I mean, if you love the person, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I want to be a lawyer too, and I wouldn't have like a problem if like my partner made less than I did, as long as he put an effort to live comfortably and provide a good like household for like children, like potentially. Like when I date, I think like this man could potentially be the father of my kids. So if he's okay with like if I make more money than him, then that's all right, you know. But I'm not gonna say like a specific amount. That's not like a deal breaker.
Well, because I mean, you both are young. You're both in college,
Yeah.
so obviously, right now, finances are not particularly important. But let's say when you're 30, do you have a sense of a number, over 6-figure, like anything?
Like I said, just to live comfortably and provide like a good home for like potential kids.
Sure.
I mean, for number wise, I have my own business. I'm 19. I've been doing it for almost 3 years. And the last time I checked, I make around $40K a year. and I was financially, like, a guy was financially dependent on me, which sucked. And so I definitely don't want that ever again. But I guess in the future, let's say I'm 30, my business is thriving, I'm living great, and I have whatever business salon, whatever that goes to. I definitely would like my husband or future partner to make definitely around. I don't mind making more, but if it's in the same kind of ballpark, that's kind of what I would want. I mean, more definitely was nice, but I definitely would like to be spoiled. Anyways.
Didn't you say on the last time you were on the show that you were a simp?
Yeah, I paid.
Like you
oh my God,
simped.
I went to brunch with someone I paid.
Like it was a date,
Yeah,
a brunch
first
date?
Just met him, and I.
And you paid?
I paid.
Did
I
you?
paid for my second date, so that's not bad.
I paid for brunch. He paid for bowling.
Is this the same date?
Same date, same day.
You paid for
That's
brunch, you
good.
paid for bowling?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then I paid for dessert ice cream after.
And then you paid for the plan B?
Oh my God.
We didn't do anything.
Oh, okay, of course, of course.
He failed to mention he's in the military. He just never mentioned it.
He's in the military?
Yeah. He didn't tell me that until I figured it out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Good times. Good times. So you guys would date a broke guy is what I'm understanding.
No.
You two over here, I mean. You'll date a broke guy.
No, I wouldn't date a broke guy. Like I said, I would want to date someone who, if potentially was a father of my kids, could provide a comfortable household. That's not a broke person.
Sure. See, I think men and women differ a little bit on this one. I think men really could care less about a woman's finances. It's like a very low priority thing for men. We just I can speak for myself. I mean, maybe guys who are, if they're kind of financially struggling, they care. But I would say that men and women share their resources a little bit differently. I mean, I know you're a simp, so I mean, that's a bit, I'm teasing you, by the way, but I know you're a bit of an outlier, but like most women do not share their resources with men the same way that men share their resources with women. At least that's been my experience when it comes to dating. That's a lot of guys' experiences. Yeah, there's some girls that are simps out there that'll do the same shit, but like I've had a girl one time on a date. She bought me a burrito. Aww. She offered. That's it. One time. Otherwise,
that was the only time.
Otherwise, either I'm paying or I'm gonna split the bill.
Was it a good burrito?
Yeah, it was super cuckoos. It was okay.
I remember the last time I was here, we were talking about like who pays.
Yeah.
And like this definitely was a red flag with this guy. I mean, he's in the military, which is a red flag for me. He didn't go.
And yet you went on a date with him.
I didn't know until after.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know until I had to figure it out.
So what was the red flag?
That he didn't reach for the bill.
Oh.
Like at all. Like at all.
Not even a gesture?
Not even anything.
Did he ask you out? Or did you ask him out?
Fuck.
Did you guys be on
I
a
think
dating
I think it was
app?
like a mutual. But I actually can't remember. Oh, I think it was me. This was only like 3 days ago. I can't remember. But I mean, I planned everything, which was kind of pissing me off. He's not from Santa Barbara. I mean, he's from Ventura, but lives in San Diego. And so yeah, I mean, I don't know. He doesn't come up here often. And
Wait,
so I
hold
planned
on.
everything.
You want a relationship, right?
Yeah.
So you your own free will, you went on a date with a guy that does not live in Santa Barbara.
I thought he lived I thought he lived in Ventura.
You shouldn't even be dating a guy who lives in Ventura. That's like 45 minutes away.
Yeah, that's like 50. We're from Ventura.
We're from Ventura. Yeah.
I don't know. He doesn't.
Bro, I ain't driving. I did
He
that
drove
shit
to
one
me.
time.
He drove
I'm
to
not
me.
going to Ventura.
He drove to me at 10 a.m. to
Yeah,
go
but
have
like part of
I wouldn't mind. See, I wouldn't mind the 45 minutes. If he would want to drive and come see me and stay over maybe for a day or two, we could spend time together. I don't think Ventura is that far. So for me personally, it's not a big deal. He said Ventura. I said, okay, cool. But then he actually lives in San Diego. So that's why I'm like, I don't know.
Why? Like, I just don't get why. Like, there's so many people in Santa Barbara. It's just a convenience thing. Like, if
just
you
look next to you, goddammit. There's so many people in Santa Barbara.
No, I just
personally, I didn't mind the distance for Ventura.
I don't care if she's a Victoria's Secret model. I'm not driving more than 30 minutes for her. I don't care.
I mean,
she could be fucking hot as fuck. I'm not driving that far because that's just. I'm exaggerating a little bit.
The guy wanted to hang out
That's
first.
funny.
I remember that. We matched on Bumble.
He wanted he wanted to
yeah,
meet up first.
the first thing he said when we were hanging out was the first thing he said to me.
Hmm.
Yeah. But then I paid. He checked how much it was.
How did he
and
get
then-
home? Did he like drive?
He drove.
Oh,
He picked me up and everything. He picked me up. He drove everywhere.
Oh, okay.
So he had a car. He just didn't have a wallet.
he paid for bowling, which I'm fine with it because it was more expensive than food. So
I want to, before we do our next video reaction, I want to touch on, we were previously talking about escorts, and a few of you said, well, what's wrong with you if you need an escort? And I want to have this conversation. Who do you guys think dating is easier for, men or women? And perhaps I should frame it, who's it easier to get sex? Or who's it easier for to get laid, men or women?
Wait, can I answer this? Or okay.
We can go this way.
I would love to hear you.
I think it depends on who asks first, if that makes sense. Like if a girl is like, "Hey, come over." Oh, okay, it's easier for girls. Sorry, yeah. I mean, I answered this in the last one, but yeah, definitely easier for girls. Like I could text someone and be like, "Hey, come over," and they'll come over. Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
Again, I am not a man, so I can't speak from experience. But
Your observations.
my observations, I can show you DMs where like men are like desperate asking for sex, and I'm just like no. Yeah, it's quite. I feel like it's way easier for women to get sex.
Eric, can you just start this one? I think we missed it. So you think it's way easier for women to get sex?
Definitely.
Okay. And you said you got some thirsty DMs?
Yes.
You don't have to say names, but like, what'd they say?
No,
Well,
the video.
Like, okay, I like this person probably is watching, but he like.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Exposed.
Blank person. He just like randomly sends me a video of him like with his dick.
Yikes.
Thinking like he's like what like I'm missing. I'm sorry, it looks like a naked mole rat. I'm not a
Shots fired.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, don't send dick pics. That's never worked in the history of.
Also, like
ever.
we're friends. Like I've been really clear about my intentions.
That's a real big yikes.
Yeah.
Your friends.
I want to know why guys.
How are you
think-
still friends after he sent you a picture of his dick? That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Yeah, I think we're done.
That's just like a boundary thing. You
Yeah,
know?
for sure.
Why do guys think that's attractive? I really want to know because guys will send them randomly and they think, oh my god, she's gonna love this, she's gonna want me.
Yeah.
No. Like
You know,
no.
well, so here's I don't know because I've never sent a dick pic. I don't send nudes or anything like that.
Hey.
So I can't really answer that. I don't understand the psychology there with the whole dick pic thing.
Yeah.
Wow, there's some deep
Also,
eye
there's, like,
contact
another
going on
thing.
this side of the table.
The difference between I don't send nudes, but the difference between like nudes girls send and guys send, they just send a picture of their dick in the toilet. Girls like at least they try to make it look cute, you know, and like,
like,
put
we're
lingerie
bi.
or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So at least like they're putting some work to it, not just like
Or
them
when they
in the
compare it to
bathroom, you know?
something.
Yes! That's awesome!
I think, but you know what? I think women should start sending pussy pics. I'm just saying. I'm in
Just to
favor.
get back at them because you know it's bad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Women, send your revenge pussy pics to me. Okay. I'm down.
All of them.
As a fan, I've removed this from the intro.
He's a visual learner.
I just want to say all labia matter, hashtag all labia. Can we get all labia matter in the chat? It is deeply offensive that women are shamed if they have a large labia. I am upset by it. It is disturbing to me. There are some terrible terms that are thrown out there. And I'm also, egalitarian here. I think we shouldn't be shaming men for their peens.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I
of course,
agree.
yeah.
I just don't want to be like at my like 9 a.m. class, like opening that on Snapchat.
Yeah, that's weird. That's just for sure weird.
That's just unclassy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comes out of nowhere.
But that's actually kind of terrifying as a
Yeah.
girl, like, because you guys, you said you're friends, right? So that's like some boundary.
We've been friends for a while too.
That's some weird boundary shit
Yeah.
going on there. So did you get an opportunity to answer? What was the original question? What were we?
Is it easier for
who's
men
it
or
easier?
women?
Like,
Who
is
has
dating
it easier?
dating easier? Is getting laid easier?
I mean, that was a great example that happened today.
Sure,
so
sure.
I mean, yeah, I think that for women it's a lot easier. I mean, especially on social media, you have Snapchat, Instagram, like they can just pop up and just request anything.
I just think like attractive people have it the easiest.
Yeah.
Like whether you're a man or a woman or anything on the spectrum between those two, yeah, like for sure the attractive ones are getting theirs. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree with that, but I would say that even an average-looking woman has much easier access to sex than even like a really good-looking guy.
possibly, but if that really good-looking guy has a wallet and on the other side of his fucking pants is a phone, he can find an escort. So we found that out.
Who's having sex with that average-looking woman? Like a man, right? So doesn't it go both ways?
Well, it's. I
mean,
want to
like to have sex. Like I mean, like gay sex exists, of course, but I assume you're referring to straight.
Yeah, this
sex.
is heterosexual context here. Eric, can you pull up the? Can you pull up the hypergamy chart in the window tab?
Hypergamy.
So.
BuzzFeed ad.
What the hell?
So you mentioned that well, in order for an average girl to be sleeping with someone, she must be sleeping with someone, but it's not 1-to-1 ratios here. So hypergamy, on the left you have whom men would happily partner with, and on the right you have whom women would happily partner with. And so basically, what you have happening is the top 10, top 20% of men have the lion's share of sex, let's say. So because women date across and up socioeconomically, they sleep across and up socioeconomically. I mean, there's other hierarchies too. So in response to that, and you see this on dating apps, basically you have 80% of the women that are chasing after the 20% of the men. So yeah, there is a guy having sex with that average woman, but anyways, you can bring it back, Eric. Does that address your...
I get what you're saying. So like basically the top 10% of men, all women want to fuck them.
Yes.
So the other guys are left out. Those other guys just need to get like more Riz. Girls are attracted to like, it's like Riz? Confidence essentially. Sorry. Riz? It's like that's like a new term.
Oh, okay.
But it's like, just like confidence, like, They
got to get more Riz?
Yeah.
Isn't that easy to say though? Oh, just be more confident.
I don't know. Maybe guys should be more. You said guys are choosy with who they fuck, so it's like
no. Women are choosy with who they fuck.
But I thought guys were, because like with the body count thing, guys were choosy. So how is it that they're fucking just any woman on the chart?
Well, I would say so with the body count thing. I would say men that don't have a lot of options, they will partner with a girl who has a high body count because they can't do any better. But when it comes to relationships, yes, it is. Men do value low body count a bit more. So they are a bit more choosy when it comes to who they're going to marry and who they're going to have relationships with. But still.
Yeah, I think it just depends on how attractive you are at the end of the day.
We have another chart too, Eric. Eric,
do they have an attractiveness chart?
Also,
yes.
When you feel like it's easier for women or men to date rather than like hook up, they're two very, very different things.
Zero to Kim.
Yeah,
I don't think it's easier for men or women to date, but
it's still easy.
I think for women to like hook up with someone, but I don't think it's easier for women to date. I mean, I have had really bad luck. So, and I am clearly a woman. I got asked if I was a man one time.
What?
Recently.
By who?
Some guy asked me, he swiped up, he's like, are you a girl?
Oh my God.
And I was like, do I look like a man? He's like, I don't know, it's 2022. And I was like,
the audacity to ask you.
Don't know this guy. Don't know him at all.
He's like, what's your pronouns too, I guess. No, it's not rude.
Dude. Eric, it's in the infographics folder. It's called OKC message.
I was quite offended.
Fuck.
But, I mean... I sort of agree with you, but I would say that actual dating is still easier for women. Not to the degree that getting laid is, but it's still easier for women.
Agree. But they're two different things, but definitely
Anybody disagree? If you disagree, feel free.
Percentage.
Eric, were you able to find it?
What's it called?
OKC MSG. You got it? Yeah, just resize it before you switch over.
Oh, there we go.
Make it a
how do you scientifically measure
Make it
attractiveness?
bigger.
Versus
Okay.
recipient's attractiveness.
So-
Who made this eye funny?
So this is
Donald Trump made that.
Message multiplier.
this is I don't know if you guys are familiar with the dating app OkCupid. This is from
That's like a millennial app, no?
a what?
It wasn't even
No,
an
it's like
app.
an old
it was a
person app.
website.
A
It's that
website?
old.
It's
yeah.
still a dating app. It
right.
used to be a
but,
website,
but
though.
it was a website. You're right.
Yeah.
For old people.
Yeah, so this is
It's old-
actually
it's old-
probably
it's old school.
So this data, I mean, it's probably a couple years old, but I mean, it's actually probably worse now in today's day and age than it was back then. But it's from OkCupid. This is data from them. So what, in terms of the attractiveness component of this discussion, number of messages received versus recipient's attractiveness. The dark blue is female. The light blue is male. So the most attractive men in terms of messages received is about commensurate with like an average looking woman. So an average looking woman is getting the equivalent attention that a very, very attractive guy is getting.
I think women are just less likely to like make the first move. Is what this graph is showing. Like,
It's testosterone.
I'm not saying like you're completely incorrect. I don't know enough about the subject, but I'm just saying like correlation does not exactly equal causation in all cases. And like I think a lot of the times like a girl wants to feel special. She wants a guy to make the first move. It's not necessarily that like, oh, I'm a guy and it's harder. Like it's just a bad mentality to have, I think, where it's just like it's important to make the first move and be polite to a woman you're trying to court, you know?
Do you want a guy to make the first move with you?
Of course, but I'm not speaking for all women.
No, but I'm talking about you.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, just really quick around the panel, just yes or no. Would you prefer the guy to make the first move? Do you want the guy to make the first move?
I could go either way.
Yes.
It's been both ways.
Yes.
Yes.
Both ways. I'll make the first move.
Okay. So most of you said you'd prefer the guy to make the first move. But I thought you guys believed in equality.
What?
Except when it comes to dating?
No.
Yeah.
Not at all.
That's just my preference. Like you said, I don't know. Like I just have that
No,
personal
you can have your
preference.
preference.
How is that not equal to want a guy to approach me? Like I believe in equality. I just like to, be with a guy who's confident. I think approaching me first shows that you're confident. It shows that you're like willing to take that approach. But like I don't think you're any less of a man if you don't approach me. You're just not my type romantically. And even still, if I have to make the first move in a case, that's not gonna like completely like delineate like a guy's attractiveness to me.
Yeah.
Wait, but you just said that if the guy's not confident enough to approach you, that's probably not the type of guy that you would date.
It probably isn't, but like I'm sure there are certain cases, like not everything's black and white. Like I'm sure there are times I've approached a guy and like I've actually ended up liking him, like for whatever reason. Like maybe like he just didn't see me. Maybe I saw him first. Like I don't know, but like I do prefer for a guy to approach me first. Like it's just nice like knowing like a guy saw me and like thought I was special enough to talk to. Like that's like it means a lot.
It's flattering.
Yeah, it's very flattering.
How many times have you approached a guy?
Oh, I don't know. I don't keep track of that.
0?
Not 0. I'm sure I've given a guy a phone number. That's the guy I've been in
Wait, you've given a guy a phone number?
my phone number.
Did he approach you though?
I mean, so I was a cashier, so he kind of had to, so he could buy a chicken sandwich.
A chicken Sammy.
Yeah, right. Like just to be quite frank. So I guess that would count as me approaching him because I did give him my number and he didn't have to approach me.
He was ordering a sandwich, right?
Well, he didn't approach me like, oh, I want to talk to this girl. He was kind of like, I want to.
But he gave you his number?
No,
Or-
I gave him my number.
Oh, you thought he
this
was
a while back, but like it still
Okay.
happened. Like
right,
just for
right,
an
right.
example.
But you thought he was attractive. You thought he was good looking.
And boy, did I think wrong. Yes.
Uh-oh, rip.
All right.
I'll go up to
What-
any guy. and be like, "You're
Really
cute."
quick, what happened there?
He was just too old for me at the time.
Too
I was
old?
still in high school
What?
and like. Oh well, I was a senior and he was like a few years older where it wasn't like anything scary like a 30-year-old man, but like when you're that young, like I feel like it's important to like enjoy your childhood and like be around people who are your own age and like not try to grow up too fast and like even though this is a few years back, like I still think that even though I'm not with that person anymore, like I learned a lot of important lessons from that relationship.
That's like the best part of it, you know, moving on and learning.
Right?
Yeah.
No mistakes.
Full growth.
I personally, I mean, I'll like come out to like Ivy and like go party. I will walk up and down DP and like compliment any guy. I really
You
don't
go
care.
man hunting?
oh yeah.
That's so
yeah.
Jeez.
I'll be walking past the cute guy. My friend's like, go say hi to him. And I'll just like tap him on the shoulder, like, hey, you're
30
cute.
30 body count things?
Nice
And I'll just
dick.
walk away.
all the time.
And wait, you're
Just to be
you're
an
19?
asshole.
Okay. What? What is it? Okay. So,
Goddamn.
kind of on the topic of that, has a guy with a blue check mark ever slid into your DMs?
Yes.
Hold
Yes.
on. Let's start here.
Sorry, one more time.
I got you. Has a guy with the blue check mark ever slid into your DMs?
Yes.
Multiple guys with blue check marks.
3.
3? Who?
I'm not gonna say.
That's fine.
Yes.
How many?
I don't keep count.
You've had like dozens of guys with blue check marks slide into your DMs?
Not dozens, but like more than 3 or 4.
Okay.
Like a good
I think
handful,
it's
you know.
that pink car of yours. Is that actually your car?
Oh my God, no! I fucking wish.
I thought that was
me on the
yours.
podcast.
I thought that was
it just
yours.
matched my shirt. I don't want to look like a fake.
One day you'll have one.
One day.
When you're a rich, successful attorney.
That's what I'm saying.
Dismantling the patriarchy one lawsuit at a time. Okay. So do you want to say who they are?
Oh no, of course not.
Can you guys say like athletes, musicians? You don't say their name, just like basketball player, NFL.
One basketball player.
Yeah.
Well,
NBA?
technically not like a player, but in the basketball, like.
A coach
Yeah.
Realm.
for the NBA.
Yeah.
The commissioner.
No.
Okay, fair enough. What about you? Rappers.
Sports player, rapper,
What sport?
baseball.
The lowest of the potential.
I know, right? Okay, like I wasn't gonna say it. Like I'm not a fan, but I'm just saying.
It could have been shuffling, you know.
Oh my God, it could have been curling.
I guess it could have been worse. It could have been
It could have been
worse.
lacrosse.
How funny.
Like nobody's like, I don't know. Well, okay, anyways, I'm a fucking over the hill YouTuber. What am I talking about? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. I was an athlete.
You had a blue guy.
Yeah.
Blue guy.
A blue guy.
I'm blue. I'm blue. Okay.
Pretty much.
What sport? What league?
Basketball.
Slide into your DMs. By the way, I just want to make like
Yeah.
for romantic. It's clear he's like romantically interested, I guess.
He
Or you
wasn't
just wants
even,
to
he
fuck
was from
someone.
Europe, so I don't think he was in the NBA, but he was
What
in
did he What did he say?
Just want to hang out.
And you said a basketball?
Yeah, because he's
NBA?
a traveling team. No, I don't think it was NBA. It must have been
European League.
European, yes, because he was freakishly tall, but
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Convenient. Okay. What about you? Well, you.
Like you did a few days ago, so I guess that counts.
No, but that was from the whatever account
Yeah.
DMing you to be
Well,
on
that
the
was
show.
a blue check mark in my DMs, bitch. You didn't fucking supposed to until
No,
just
but
now. I mean,
we're
shit.
talking, and okay, we invited Danny. You're her friend.
I know.
We
No.
sent you the show invitation.
Yeah, no.
We're
no.
talking.
I haven't, but I've also been with the same person for the past 13 years on and off again, so it's not like I'm trying to get the blue check marks in there, baby. But, you know,
Tim McGrail
how
says Anna and Brian should have their own podcast. Anna? Fuck, I mean, Jesus, I keep butchering it.
Which one?
I don't
Me?
know.
Her?
Anna.
I'm down to have you come back on, but I feel like I pissed you off thoroughly, so I don't know if you'd.
Oh, thank you. I'm
Mad
flattered.
I think you should.
I'm down for whatever. This is so long. I'm tired. I
We're
have
gonna
bedtime.
we're
I
gonna
have
wrap
fucking
up
homework.
probably 30 minutes. I reckon.
He's so funny.
Me never.
No blue check marks.
None.
Oh,
You've had a
once.
few. Yeah. What's
Not
the story?
few, I said once.
Oh, one time. Okay.
Yes.
What? Rapper.
It was just like a musician. I didn't even like recognize him, so I'm not even gonna lie.
How many followers?
Like a couple thousand. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not like
Job of the Hut.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, Jubilee. Sorry, that's her Instagram handle. So I was.
I've had a few. One like stands out more than the other just because I knew who he was. The other ones, they have like a few hundred. They'll have like a few like they'll have like 15, 20,000 followers, but they're still verified. I have one. He's a rapper. He did a lot of like TikTok, like popular, like really popular songs. Got his number. Some other like.
Did you guys?
No, I'm glad I didn't.
Okay.
Nice, cool.
Good times. We got some
He does the
videos to
OnlyFans.
react to here.
He's into the
Eric,
OnlyFans.
good sir.
Yeah, chat's good.
I had to make sure you heard if I actually did nothing.
The chat's popping off.
All right, so we're gonna do. Which one? Yeah, we'll do not dating, I guess. That one.
You know what I realized? People aren't even dating anymore. Just talking, catching feelings, sleeping together, and ending up in situationships.
That's it. Okay. Any response to that?
She was really hot.
You'd smash?
Yeah, I couldn't even concentrate. I was like,
Honestly,
I was gonna
respectfully, whoever that is.
Okay, her DMs are
That's
open,
funny.
I guess. Okay.
She's in a
Jesus
relationship.
Christ. Okay.
I can't even think about anything else.
What was she talking about?
You might have to rewatch it.
Yo, chat. What's going on with Tasha, by the way?
Who is Tasha?
Did she? Someone told me that. Did she delete her OF? Anyways, whatever.
Tasha?
Whatever.
Can the chat be funny again, please?
What?
Yeah.
They're not being funny?
No, they were for.
Sometimes you guys are funny, but sometimes you aren't.
Sometimes you're just meh.
Like sometimes they're like kind of like rude, but sometimes whoever said pick Anna or Lisa was hella funny.
Like choose.
Pick it, too, girl.
You have to pick one, like period.
Too many first names.
Yeah, what is this?
Okay. So you guys just weren't even. You just thought she was hot. So.
I totally agree. I 100% agree.
Yeah.
That's all I could say.
What do you?
I agree with it.
What do you agree with?
That's true. I mean, I definitely like that cycle. I've definitely been in. Not recently, but in the past, I've definitely been in those like the same cycle over and over again. It gets to where it's like weird, where you don't know what you guys are, but you're hanging out all the time, sleeping together, whatever, and then it doesn't. And then it gets to the question of what are we, and then they freak out and they're like, oh no, like I don't want anything. But then they've been hanging out with you constantly and like doing coupley things. And then when you ask the question of like, what are we? Then they kind of just stop. At least for me personally. But it's the same cycle over and over again. Never goes further.
Vanessa?
I've like never had to ask. It's kind of been like if you're treating me as a friend, I'm gonna treat you as a friend until you say we're dating or we're in a relationship. That's what it is.
Okay, this clip is fucking terrible. Let's pull up another one.
Boring.
Let's do. Okay, the ED one, Eric, just the one right above. Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
So, does it take 2.5 months to get a consistent erection, or 2.5 months until you even feel comfortable engaging in sexual intercourse?
No, I would say 2.5 months for consistency, like I know I can be. It's embarrassing. It's frustrating. It's humiliating. It only happens when I really care about the woman. So that's the crazy thing. Like if it's just if I'm in Vegas and I had a one-night stand, I'm Superman, which is weird, and it's wild because there's so many things. There's so many factors to it. The first factor. Is
Okay. Anyways, he's just saying that
It's hard.
He gets. I guess he gets ED, and it doesn't get better until like he's had more sexual experience with a girl. So he's saying like 2 or 3 months in. Is it a wrap if like the first time or the first few times you hook up with a guy, like he struggles in the bedroom or the sex isn't that great?
Unfortunately, I'm gonna say yes, because sex is like super important for my relationship personally. So I think that would definitely put a damper on, like, unless it was like something they were open to discussing like immediately, I'd say it is an issue.
What do you mean discussing immediately? Like getting on Viagra or?
I mean, just like having a conversation about like, hey, like I have this thing where like I can't really get it up, but I do find you attractive. I mean, like I feel like if he's open about talking about it, it's definitely more of a green flag.
Okay.
You know, if a guy, like, I mean, sex isn't everything to me, but, like, it is important where it's, like, if a guy performs bad once, I'll give him another chance. But if he's consistently performing in a way where it's, like, our bodies are obviously not made for each other, then, like, yeah, like, it's obviously not meant to be.
Okay.
I actually used to have a problem with, like, getting aroused with some partners because I had such a bad porn addiction.
Nice.
And that definitely, like, I couldn't, like, nothing would make me happy unless I was literally in front of my computer or on my phone just looking up random different shit. So it definitely affected a lot of my like, maybe relations. So I don't watch porn anymore. But now I have a really healthy relationship with somebody who's, you know, accepted of me, you know, because we've talked about it. So I guess I'm the person with the, like, erectile dysfunction, you know,
in that situation.
Yeah.
Annalisa, there's somebody in the chat here. They say, you look like, do you want to fire some shots back at a Zom?
I mean, I don't know. I think I deserve a treat. I don't mind being compared to a poodle. Like, I think they're pretty cute. I think that's kind of goofy. All these comments are so funny.
Definitely firing off some comments.
Look, I got some haters, I got some lovers. Either way, you're talking about me, aren't you? You're still watching. Holler.
Oh, snap. Okay. Did anyone else want to give their reaction to it?
Yeah, sure, why not? Like, I don't base my relationships on sex, so I don't think that'll be like a rule breaker, like a deal breaker. Like, I'll probably talk about it, but I would definitely not judge him for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was in this situation with my last relationship. We, like, didn't really have sex for that reason. Definitely affected me a lot because I thought it was, like, my problems. I'm like, okay, what's wrong with me? He's not attracted to me, which kind of ended up the reason. But no, yeah, it definitely affected me a lot. We definitely talked about it, and he wanted to do something about it, but we broke up. So, but it definitely takes a toll on, like, how you think about yourself, I'd say.
Is the only problem the dick in this situation? Like, he can just not get his dick hard for, like, 2 months? Was that?
Yeah, I mean, I guess
he
he
needs
didn't
to consistently fuck the same girl.
Like, before he's comfortable.
And not, and when he likes her too much, he said it's the problem.
I could
right?
relate to that.
Well, like, then as long as he's got, like, you know, like, he chews a lot of gum, like, he really knows how to, like, use
he needs
his
to
jaw
eat
and get down where it matters. I don't know that it would matter as much because, like, eventually, right? Like, as long as he can be munching in the meaty middle part when he can't get his dick hard, you know. So for, like, a month and a half, he can just eat you out. And then after 2 months, maybe he can finally fuck you. And you're just like, I guess I'm a really pretty princess this whole time, right?
Yeah.
So maybe it works. Maybe he'll find his princess. I don't know.
Word. Okay, we're going to do one last video here.
Entertain me.
Let's see.
Sing one for me.
Go up a bit. Let's do the Michael Sartain clip, I guess. We'll just do that one.
The dudes who I know who are so good on the first date, you know why they're so good on the first date?
They've been on a lot.
Because they keep getting fired. The guy who's really good at the job interview, and you know why he's good at job interview? Because he keeps getting fired. And he keeps going to job interviews. The guy who's good on the first date, he's good because he keeps going on first dates. If I introduce you to this dude and he's, like, nervous, he's fumbling, he's like, I don't really know what to order here, Mastros. I've never been here before. And he's fumbling. He's a divorcee.
Yeah,
he never
there's no
cheated on his wife. The mother makes, you know, $350 a year as a neurosurgeon, but he just doesn't know how to talk to you. He's never been on Seeking Arrangement. He doesn't even know how to use Tinder. He doesn't know how to do any of this stuff. And he all he wants is a woman to just, like, share his life with and spoil the shit out of her. And he's fumbling and he's nervous and he's the greatest guy you ever met. And you come back to your girlfriends and you're like, yeah, he was just kind of weird. I just wasn't really feeling it. And then you go f your toxic ex that night right after your date.
Oh my God.
I've seen it happen so many times.
for sure.
You can't tell me it's not real. It is real.
That's for sure.
And
I've
you
seen
didn't
that.
give, and that perfect dude for you, you didn't give him a chance. You didn't give him a chance because he wasn't exciting enough. So I'm telling you, for me, it's a body type. There's a body type where I just literally can't say no to.
All right, we don't care, dude. We don't care about his body type thing. But what do you guys think about that? Because, yeah, go ahead.
first dates, I've had amazing first dates, and relationship, I don't say ended well, but I think first dates are really important. If you're like really, let's say like easy going on the first date, does not mean you've been on a bunch of first dates over and over and over again. I don't think that like one amazing great first date, I don't think that determines that this guy is on a repeat of going on first dates. My first date on Sunday was,
I think what he's trying to get at is that if a guy is nervous on the first date, maybe he's not coming across as super confident, like maybe he doesn't have a lot of experience going on dates, a woman's going to see that. And there's also the whole like the click chemistry connection thing. A guy who's nervous on the first date is not going to elicit the click, whatever the fuck that bullshit means, from a woman.
I mean,
it's fucking bullshit. It's
the first day I just went on Sunday. Like I said, like he didn't pay for the first, like the food or whatever, and like he definitely was really nervous. And I talked to him about it afterwards because I was like, hey, like honestly couldn't tell if you're feeling me or not. Like I don't know, should we continue this or whatever? And he said he was just quiet, but definitely first dates are like the biggest first impression on me. If you have a great first date and blah blah, blah, like I'm gonna continue to talk to you. But if it's like kind of dry and not really flowing as well, then I'm probably not going to continue as well. Unless like we talk about it, I'm like, hey, is everything okay? Unless I like address it. But if it's just kind of quiet and like weird and just not matching right, then I'm not gonna really continue it.
I don't know. I feel like the most like nervous guys, like I get nervous on first dates. If I really care about the guy, I'll definitely get nervous. And it's always like, I think it's really cute when a guy gets nervous and he really cares and he like puts an effort, whether he's confident or not. If he's like invested into the date, I think that's amazing.
I'm going to add on to that. I think it's a difference between being nervous and not flowing as well as you should together. I think that's a pretty big difference. I mean, I personally am not nervous on a first date. I will talk your ear off and have a great time. But I think there's a difference between being really nervous and like really excited about it, or you're just kind of quiet and not really feeling it.
Yeah, like two people can click and like they can still be nervous and, like or timid, but that just because you're shy doesn't necessarily mean that like it's not going well.
I've also learned that having like almost no expectations, or just like for the first date, like you're just meeting this person, so like having no expectations for both of you is a safer way.
Okay, if you're gonna read the chat, at least be visible to the camera. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's basically it. Just having
you're just like behind the microphone. So.
Sorry. I'll sit up straight. That's my bad.
You're still blocked, but go ahead. Whatever. Go ahead.
No, that's basically it. Just having no expectation, just kind of walking away with like, well, I mean, just another person that I met.
What was the question? I'm sorry. I know you have to play the sound effect.
Just if the difference between a guy going on first dates over and over again, or a guy, or I want to just basically reaction to
something
the video,
like a guy being nervous or something.
It's
I don't
just
care
the
if
video.
a guy's nervous as long as he's nice to me and polite. You know,
earlier you said you want a guy who's confident.
Yeah, but I think it's like, I can't really. I feel like it's wrong to me to be like, oh, if a guy ever gets nervous and he's out of my life. Like, even confident guys get nervous. We all get nervous. I'm confident and I get nervous. Like, I feel like, I don't know. It'd just be wrong of me to say, like, oh, this person gets nervous around me. Like, boo. Like, I think it's sweet as long as they don't let their anxiety, like, ruin our time together.
That's me. I'm the anxiety person that just ruins everything.
I mean, you can say that.
Self-sabotage.
Here, I'll let you go ahead.
Going back to the video, he said that, the guys who are really good on the first date are more often the guys who are failing at relationships, and that's why they go on a lot of dates. I can't really, speak from opinion on that one. I haven't had that many first dates, I suppose. I've been in one really long-term relationship, and now I'm in another one. I think that the first date needs to be fun, and you guys need to you'll get a sense of how you communicate and have a good time together. I agree with a lot of what you said. I don't think it's an issue if he's nervous, but I do think if it's an issue if the nervousness leads to really uncomfortable situations that I just wouldn't feel comfortable in.
I don't know. I mean, you hear a lot of women say, oh, I didn't feel the chemistry, I didn't feel the spark, I didn't feel the lightning, I didn't feel the butterflies, I didn't feel the click, right? So if a guy is not on point on a first date, it's a wrap for the vast majority of women. Like, it's just a wrap. You guys can say, oh, if he's nervous, it's okay.
I'm always really nervous, so like I always feel like.
Yeah, but that's not really gonna be a detriment to you.
It could
on
be.
a date.
I mean, it
really.
has before. I mean, I've liked someone really like a lot, and they were just like, "Yeah, you're just too anxious for me as a person."
But like
I'm
men, we don't really
sorry.
look to women like, oh, she's got to be. We don't like a woman being confident is not like very low
Yeah.
or even non-existent on the totem pole of what guys find attractive in women. Like, probably if you ask most women, the number one thing they'll say is like confident or even funny. That's another one.
Funny.
Yeah.
Those two, confident and funny. Men, we don't care about either of those.
What's the men looking for in that situation?
In what situation?
Look for a woman to be
The
like
same
have
one.
good
Like
personality.
first date, what are
The
you
first
looking for?
date.
Yeah. I would need to be with someone funny because
Right?
like I'm just
Men and women want different things.
Yeah.
What do men
What
want?
would you
Just
want on a
sex
first date?
and
Right.
Low body
Your
count.
Same-
Ideal first date, personality wise,
question.
to have a great first date that like means something. That you're not like, this is a boring first date. I'm not gonna talk to this person again.
So there's a couple things. So, and you mentioned sex, right? Like, if sex is all you're offering, sex is all I want. I definitely look for more than that. And I'm actually not interested in casual sex at all. So, if I don't like one night stands. If I sleep with someone, I want to continue seeing them. But, so I would say women who are pleasant, who are feminine, who are cooperative, who.
Cooperative.
You know what? Let me pull
What
up
does
the
it
list.
mean to like act feminine?
I know.
Like I know like
I saw someone.
Wait, what do you mean
say-
by cooperative?
I saw someone say something about having a connection.
Oh, like
purposely dress like
no,
Cooperative,
like
submissive,
collaborative.
and then later, you know.
if you don't
show
have a
off the goods.
connection with someone, then it's not gonna work.
Right, spark. I mean, that's
Yeah,
I guess the
a spark click
spark.
is a connection. You have to have a connection with someone for it to work out and continue.
Which
I
I
had
guess
that.
is like woman code for just a feeling.
I put
I had
this.
a
Yeah.
feeling about
no,
it.
that's
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I mean, I put the spark in the same realm as like astrology and love
Yeah,
at
probably.
first sight.
Sure.
Like, it. My sense of what women mean when they say the spark or chemistry or whatever is that guy is so attractive. It's basically a guy is more attractive than you. That's my view. That could be physically attractive, or it could be some sort of status or financially well off or personality traits, charisma, these sorts of things. But like a super funny, ugly dude ain't gonna do it for you.
Who said that?
I mean, for some women it might, but I think that physical
think
attraction.
There's a
Pete Davidson is like
isn't
proof that's not
everything.
true.
No, it's
Yeah, but I'll agree. There's some basic level of attraction that has to exist.
Pete
like,
Davidson,
he's
I would
hot.
marry her right now.
Yeah.
Okay, but he's funny, but he's ugly.
But
Like you
before-
wouldn't marry
Why
him.
funny,
I
though?
think he's attractive.
Before
Would
Kim
you
or
marry him
after
if he
Kim?
wasn't funny though? If he's
Yeah.
just like a
Funny.
if he was just a normal born guy.
Yeah,
too.
I would marry him. I think he's really attractive.
Y'all wild. I've seen like
Well, if you've
3
seen-
people down here
If you've
homeless
seen
who
the
look
guys
like
I've
him.
dated, it would make sense.
You deserve better. You're hot.
She got like 3 Pete Davidson's backups, like
So-
right outside.
Okay, so you were asking about traits.
Oh my goodness.
You were asking a bit about traits. So I can tell you some traits that men
Yeah.
find attractive. Stop trying to read this. Get out of here.
Dang,
So I'll
there's
tell you, I will
multiple
tell you
paragraphs.
some traits that men find attractive in women. So here we go. Feminine, fidelitas, and fidelitas from the jump. So sexual faithfulness. This is kind of related to body count because a woman who's promiscuous is going to be viewed as you're just unattractive if like you're going on at least for me, if I'm going on a date with a girl and she starts telling me, oh, I've been on 4 dates this week, I'm like, okay.
That's just rude.
Yeah. So I'm number
Well,
what?
I mean, it's if it's the truth, it's the truth. But like, if a girl tells me she's got 2 dates scheduled for the weekend, 3 dates, I'm gonna be like, okay, there's no future here. I might try to fuck you, and then maybe you can redeem yourself.
Who
but like,
does
you've
that?
already
Like,
just put yourself.
Who says like I gotta
I've been
get
on.
out of
I've
here,
been
I gotta
on.
date.
I've been on dates with girls where they're open about it. They
Oh
tell
my
me like, hey,
God. Well, I mean,
I
respect
guess
to
at least they're
them.
honest.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
you can move on.
You guys
It
aren't in a
depends.
relationship.
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, it's not right to say, but it's not a bad thing if she's gonna
Well,
go on
she's
other
free to
dates.
say it, but it's
Yeah.
just unattractive.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
because that's your preference. As
Wait,
far as,
so just like a quick cue. Oh, sorry. I didn't
no, go ahead.
Go ahead.
So like, I'm not like trying to like corner you or anything,
Corner
but like,
me.
do you think it's like fine? Like, you know, like you're single, right? And you're like trying to talk. Maybe like you're on Tinder or something. I don't know if you use it, but like, you're probably going on like a few dates with different girls. Like, I'm not saying you're sleeping with a ton of people, but like, you might be like, you know, talking to a few different girls at once. Like, if a girl's doing the same thing, like, is that unattractive to you, or is that like early enough in the relationship for it to be like okay to you?
Well, I mean, there's an assumption there that I'm talking to a whole bunch of women. I'm incredibly busy with my business, so I'm actually.
I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just
No,
saying.
no, I'm not
like,
accusing you.
Have you ever like, you know, like before you like really get to know someone, like there might be like a few women you're interested in, like you know, you might not be entertaining them, but you're interested in them.
Sure, yeah. I mean, that's
kinda what I mean.
that. Well, yeah, that's occurred in the past, but I mean, I would say generally speaking, I'm very busy with what I do, and I there's some guys. I mean, I've tried it to kind of juggle a couple women. Like, it's just I prefer like one girl. I know some guys are gonna not approve of that in the chat. I mean, I've had a decent amount of experience, and it's just time-wise, it's just I have actual shit I want to achieve, so I'm like, it's just too much to be juggling multiple women. That's my view, anyways.
It's a lot of work.
In your opinion, since you've been doing this with because a lot of your videos have a bunch of girls, do you have like a different outlook on women now than you did even a year ago? Like,
because of the podcast?
Yeah,
or?
because of the questions that you get, and like, you know, are you comparing girls? Like, are you,
Like
you know,
inadvertently or something?
Yeah.
I mean, I've known these truths for a while. I mean, the one thing that's rubbed me the wrong way is a lot of, I mean, I've had this experience with dating. A lot of women are incredibly flaky to the point where it's rude. Like, I've had, we were supposed to have 2 other girls tonight, for example. Luckily, no one did it. No one no-showed today, but the past 10 shows, we've had at least 2 no-shows. So when I say no-show, no call, no-show.
Oh,
so they don't even let me know that they're not going to come.
Don't do that, people.
So, I mean, and I've had experience. Luckily, my dating experiences, I've had one girl stand me up. So she just never told me. She's just not showing up. I went there. She wasn't there.
Oh, that's shitty.
But I definitely get a lot of flaking romantically. So I'd say like probably 30 to 40 to 50% of the girls, where if I set up a date, it's not even a 24-hour notice thing. It's like 2 hours before.
Damn.
Oh, I got a headache. And it's like, that's a wash for my night.
Yeah.
You're letting me know 2 hours before. Like, I'm not a chick.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to get another girl on a Friday that night.
Do you think it has anything to do with your social media status? Like, do you think they go looking up who you are, and it kind of just changes them?
There might
Maybe
be
it's
some girls
intimidating?
there might be some girls that are put off by my
I
takes.
could see that.
But I mean, I just started the podcast. It's only been 3 months, so
Okay.
So yeah, the podcast is new, but I was doing the pranks before. But honestly, I just think, you can call me, I mean, happens to be the case that I most of the men in my, this is gonna sound like the men in my life don't flake on me. That sounds weird. My male friends don't flake on me.
Bros before hoes, man. I got you.
But even if I'm inviting guys onto the podcast, they don't flake.
Yeah.
Girls flake. They'll flake an hour before.
That sucks.
You know.
Also, for girls, especially if they've never been on the podcast, it definitely is nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm sure most of it is they get.
I feel like next time I would definitely be way better prepared.
I'm definitely sure most of it, like most of the time the girls flake, it's cold feet. But I mean, you know, I have one example. I specifically set out a day for a group of 5 girls. They all wanted to come on the show. So I said, well, I can't get you on a Tuesday or Thursday, but I'll set aside a day for you. I'll do a Sunday show for you.
Oh, wow.
Because there's a big group. They all wanted to come on the show.
Yeah.
So I set it up. I was like, okay, we'll do a Sunday for you. They all canceled 2 hours before the show. I was already in studio getting set up.
That's on its own day even.
And
Come on,
it's
man.
a whole exception.
And not only that, though, 2 of them said, oh, I've got to study for this thing. This test came up.
But I only knew 2 hours ago.
And then 2 of them said, oh, we have, I don't know. One of them said they had a headache. I look at their Instagram stories later that night.
Oh, of course.
On a boat.
Studying so hard, Brian. So hard.
On a boat. At a party.
Call
so
him
it's
out,
like
call him
Put
out.
this handle in my hand. I'm studying
no,
so
but
hard.
that's what I'm saying is like people. We were having this discussion last show. People's words don't mean anything anymore.
Yeah.
You often hear women complain, "Oh, guys don't like to commit." Bro, you guys flake like fucking crazy.
I do. I'm
These
such a
bitches
flaker.
be committing. We all got tattoos,
I'm a
motherfuckers.
flake.
Like-
Shit, for
I'll
life.
flake if
I
I'm
am.
really like.
But I have really anxiety.
like,
Like
like if I know, I'm like, okay, I don't think I'm gonna be comfortable, or if I'm, I guess cold feet.
Look, I get it. It happens. It's 2022. People have cell phones, so it's very easy
So you
to
think you
float.
can just fucking peace out at any minute? Yeah,
Well,
that's
I mean-
true. No,
I mean,
it's
I'm-
not even
I'm
just what you're
33.
saying.
No,
Totally,
I'm
yeah.
33, right?
Yeah.
So if I had plans with someone back in the fucking 90s,
They stuck to that shit.
early 2000s,
They knew
and
your
shit,
mom's fucking phone number.
They were fucking
They
there.
showed up at your house at the given time. I know.
If someone said they were going to be somewhere, they would be there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if they didn't, they would be incredibly
Something's wrong.
apologetic.
Like
Yes,
you're
something's
like
wrong.
fucking call the
Yeah,
hospital.
so-
Like they must have gone off the
Actually,
road.
Brian, now that you mentioned that, like I've noticed on dates, like a lot of guys need reassurance that I'm gonna be there.
Oh, that's
Oh,
probably
I need
why.
to confirm. Like I will
Yes.
confirm. You know, it's
Oh,
just.
I do that to
timing.
guys. I do that to guys constantly. I
Well,
like,
yeah, you don't want to show up and then get flaked on.
especially
so-
if I'm gonna get ready, I'm gonna look good, and you're picking me up. You better like be responding. Especially some guys just take forever to respond. If I'm getting ready, I'm spending my time to get ready and like look good or whatever. And
It
then,
goes both ways.
Yeah, I'm just saying like
it's a
especially-
dick move if guys flake too.
Yeah,
So.
like they just will stop responding, and then last minute it'll be like late. They'll be late, like, oh sorry, like can't come. I'm like, well, okay, well I got ready, so I'm just waiting in
I've
my
never
bed.
been flaked on, but I have been catfished.
Yikes.
Like
That's worse.
That's why I don't do
a lot
dating
worse.
apps.
Yeah, that's
so
the-
it was
yeah.
literally so scary and
No, that's
Oh,
why.
by the way, I just want to add to the flaking thing, unless you want to continue with your
No.
catfish story. So the whole flaking thing, like I'm 33, so most of the women I'm dating, I want to say are mid 20s to early 30s. So these are women who are like, they're not 18 and 19. Like they've been on dates. They're professional career women. So like to me,
It's
it's kind of
childish.
like it's one. If I was going on a date with a girl who's 19, who's kind of like bubble,
You'd almost forgive it more.
I would forgive it more if she was a bit younger, because it's just like, but you're like I've had professional women who will cancel like 2 hours before the date.
Yeah, that's
I don't know. That just rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah,
I
dude.
mean,
Yeah.
whatever. It
That's
is
no
what it
great-
is.
that's
Honestly, I
terrible.
don't blame you on that.
Yeah.
yeah, that's not right. I don't know either way. It's not
Yeah.
good.
I mean, if they have a legitimate excuse, like if they're sick, okay, are they really sick though? But like,
COVID, I guess.
got in
But-
a car accident on the way.
but yeah, no,
over.
specifically for the show, just to answer your question, yeah, like that has definitely changed my view of things a little bit, just because of the amount of flakes we get. Like, if you let me know the night before, like, hey, you can't make it, it kind of throws a little bit. It throws
No time to find someone else.
yeah, it throws
Yeah.
a little bit of a wrench into my plans, but at least I can find someone. But like a no-show, no-call, like I'm telling you, the past 10 shows, 2 girls every single time, no call, no show.
Really?
Don't even let me know.
Also with like my business, I get the same thing. I will
Yeah,
be
that's
texting.
super, especially for
That's
you
the
with your
worst.
business.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm
my
trying to make
God.
money here. I mean,
Yeah.
you are too, in a
Do
way.
you get like? Do you ask for deposits?
No,
shit.
my website, it's weird with that. But also some girls don't have cards. Like a lot of my clientele is high schoolers, and they don't have a debit card or whatever to do the deposit. So I'm just like, okay, let me just make it easy. Since I do cash only, whatever. But anyways, like I will be setting up all day. I'll be texting these girls the day before even. I'll be like, hey, like, what do you want for your nails? Let's just try to work this out. Nothing. I'm like, okay, let me wait it out a little bit. Maybe this didn't see it. Text them the next day. Blah, blah, blah. It will be like 11 a.m., like noon or whatever. I'm like getting ready. I'm setting up for their appointment. And they just never respond ever. And I'm ready to go.
Yeah, that's messed up.
And I will even call them sometimes. If I'm like, okay, they're really not responding. They haven't responded once. I will call. If they don't call, I cancel them. Like, hey, sorry, you can't come. Like,
Yeah.
even if you respond last minute, like, you're not coming.
And your nails look shitty anyway, bitch, because now you didn't show.
Yeah, I've had multiple, like, they just never respond. They never do. They never, of course, never make an appointment
Honestly,
again.
really stressful.
Oh, it's awful. But also, some days, if it's like, okay, I'm going to end early, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
But depending on the day, I'm usually pretty pissed.
I feel like for new clients, you should probably do that. Some kind of like, even if it's a cash deposit, like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Come to my house.
Something.
Blood pact.
Yeah.
I'm usually not too like weird about it. But.
So just to get back to the traits thing, just to answer, I think, your question, and then we'll finish up soup chats, and then we'll wrap. So you're asking for, or was it you who was asking for traits that I look for on the first date?
That was me. You
or
pull up your
whatever?
list.
Well,
Your
I'll give you the
paragraphs.
list.
Your
I'll give you the list.
paragraphs.
If you guys, this is by the way, this is what I think. This is a list that I believe of things. Maybe they don't want everything. A list of things that men are looking for in women. So we were talking fidelitous from the jump. Peaceful. Peaceful is a big one for me. Peace.
I don't know.
I have a stressful. I live a stressful life. So if I can tell on the first date, like, oh,
She never
she's
gonna be
gonna
quiet
be a
in the
fucking
house.
headache. If I can tell she's gonna be a headache, like, I want a girl that brings me peace, you know.
Yo, respect.
So peaceful, pleasant, not quarrelsome, doesn't nag, gentle, innocent, modest, humble, demure, temperance, cooperative, submissive.
Ooh.
That word gets it.
Oh.
That
What's demure? Like quiet, like shy?
Well, what do we mean?
yeah, demure is kind of like
Yeah, no, because if you think about it, it's like that masculine energy and that feminine energy. You want that to complement each other and balance out. So
Yeah.
I totally get that.
Yeah. I got more.
Okay.
I got more for you. But yeah.
Gosh.
Don't read my list. How dare you? But yes, to answer your question, demure is like kind of reserved, a bit modest, a bit shy. Like I don't want
Like conservative.
Yeah, like the
No, not
opposite of
even-
most of us.
Like I'm center left. I'll date a moderate chick.
So you want a modest? Isn't modest kind of like conservative? Or what do you mean?
Do you mean politically conservative,
No,
or do you
like
mean
conservative?
Yeah,
like,
modesty's considered
I mean, it's kind of
conservative.
like the same thing, but like conservative in like the fact like she's like very like
In her clothing.
very modest, like you know, in that way, conservative with
to
herself. and her
a
beliefs.
degree? I think to a degree. Sure. Yeah. I guess more modesty in her personality, like humble. So I don't want a girl who's like, I'm a fucking queen. I'm a bad bitch. Treat me like a princess. I don't want that. I want just like a nerdy.
And check my nails.
I want a nerdy fucking STEM chick that doesn't party.
I thought you meant like you want a girl who like doesn't like dress like who doesn't dress in like a certain way. I thought that's.
Does she need a naughty lab coat? I see this whole fantasy coming together.
I suppose. I mean, I don't really care too much about how a woman dresses, but like
As
Yours
long as
is
it's
a
not
little
over the
too
top all the
specific.
time.
You're going down there on your
hold on,
list.
because I'm going through the list. Hold on.
There's some stuff in there.
Stop reading.
You're too specific.
Okay, follows your lead.
Jaw dropping.
Preferably, by the way, this is not necessarily everything, you know. You're not going to get all of these probably, but this is generally what men are looking for. Youthful, 18 to 25, or in an age range capable of having children. So not in the high-risk pregnancy age range.
18 to 35.
They call that
18-year-old with a
geriatric
baby.
pregnancy.
No. But like that's a different thing.
Is that your preference, 18 to 25, and you're 33?
Would you
I
date
would-
an 18-year-old?
I would date an 18-year-old. I'd date a 19-year-old. I'd date a 21-year-old.
But you wouldn't date a 30-year-old?
She
Would you
just
date a
scooted
30-year-old?
away.
Oh, okay, so you're.
I've dated women.
So it's like 18 to 30. It's like
I'll
your
date.
range.
I mean, I dated a woman recently. I don't know. It was a year ago. Who's 45? I'll date a woman who's older than me.
I thought you meant like that was like your like strict age range, like 18 to 25.
No, I'd say-
I was like, whoa.
Well, I'd say overall, I do have a preference for say between like 18 to 25. That's my preference. But I would say the thing is though is I don't think I'm quite at the level yet, at least at my age, status wise or finance wise, where I can really pull it off. You know, like so I'm dating like I'm just being honest. Like I don't.
Totally.
I'm working. You know, I need to lose like 20 pounds. You know, I got a little. You know.
But the pod just started, so it's
You know,
all
it's in the
on
works.
the up.
It's in the works.
Yeah.
But no, most of the women I did, I'd say are like mid to late 20s to early 30s. In that, like in 30s, yeah. So.
You like a good MILF?
What's that?
You like a good MILF?
No, I don't want to date a single mother. No offense.
Oh
well, you're
no,
not, you're
we're
not a
good.
single mother.
I'm not single.
But no, I don't.
Baby, thank you.
No,
He
but,
makes money.
no, but
That's
like
good.
I don't have kids, so I don't want to date a woman who has kids. I might. No, I've tried. Like, so I've tried to date women. Well, there's maybe only one or two, like single mothers that I've dated, and it's just, it's not the move. Guys,
Rough.
don't date single moms. So, Let me see. Okay, I got more, guys. I got more. Got more.
Honestly, they're not like that like unreasonable.
I got more. I got more.
It's like, oh
Honestly.
gosh.
So now I'm getting into some more physical stuff. All that other stuff was kind of more like personality-wise. Again, these are just things that men in general look for. Not obese, fit. Some men like petite women. Some men like thick women. Some men like big boobs. Some men like small boobs. I'm not going front. I'm kind of team small boobs. Okay. Fat ass.
Itty bitty titty committees.
Just fat ass.
Does not cake on makeup. Wears no makeup. Has long hair. Shaves her body hair. Large. What the fuck?
It's only so specific. Let's keep going.
You're just talking about me here.
Large labia.
Oh.
I'm a fan.
My God, he is specific.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait,
large
what?
That was on there.
Listen, if women can like men with big dicks, men can like women with large labia.
Fair
My
enough.
DMs are open. Okay.
The parallel would be a tight pussy though.
Thought on
I
the
suppose.
nipple size?
Yes. I guess tight pussy's good too. Okay, not a hoe. Not the town bicycle. So low body count.
No body count.
Doesn't post revealing photos online. That's for some men, that's their preference, you know. Doesn't currently or in the past do any type of sex work. Not a single mother. And doesn't party, doesn't go to bars, clubs, drinks in moderation, or doesn't drink at all. Those are a few.
These are your preferences?
Yeah, these are his.
Do they have to meet all of these standards?
No, no, no.
Every single one?
Like he's
Like,
like, okay,
it's
here's
kinda
a
like a
list. If it's not you, then move along.
Yeah.
No, but okay,
Your unicorn's out there somewhere, Brian. We'll
but-
find her.
no,
Don't
but
worry.
okay.
Virgin Mary,
It's like that unrealistic.
and
though.
her name was Madonna.
I prefaced.
And her name was Kiki.
Hold on, guys. Let me just say this.
Kiki's a virgin,
No, she's not.
allegedly.
The way that face went.
Honestly,
Oh,
the blue hair.
also-
She
He was so
blue
protective.
hair. Yeah, she's kinky.
She's seen a few too many blowjobs for sure.
So I preface this before I gave this list. This is what I believe. These are some things that I believe men want. Do they want all of those things? It was quite an exhaustive list. Some of them, there's some redundancies. Like to be modest and humble, that's kind of a redundancy, for example. So there are definitely, like I said, peaceful, pleasant, not quarrelsome, doesn't nag. There's like 4 redundancies there. So, but these are some things that men want in women.
I want a real nice gal.
And honestly, I'm waiting for a 4. Also for me, 4'10".
What's your height?
6 feet.
Oh, well, you got plenty of choices then, because most women are not. So
If women can have a height
6
preference,
feet.
so can I.
Yeah, no. I just meant most women are shorter than you.
Y'all want a 6 foot dude? I want a 4'10".
Yeah, but they make the. You know what's even better? Wait.
How dare you?
But you know what?
Child.
Wait. No, wait.
How's that?
That's too
Ryan, I'll back you up on this.
Illegal midget.
How is that?
Hold
yeah,
on.
It's literally like an inch or two taller than a legal
Wait.
freaking midget because that's how tall a child is.
Midgets don't need loving too, huh?
Oh,
I'll
that's
date
your
a midget.
type?
I think
Yeah,
it's
I
brilliant.
don't discriminate like you.
Hey,
I will date.
Midgets with big
Did
labias.
you know?
That's crazy
Listen,
for
just
the height
because-
preference to be
hold
4'10".
Just because
I'll back you up.
Just because you won't date a dwarf or a little person, how dare you use the term midget? That's incredibly offensive to the little
Sorry.
people.
Okay, you're
How
right.
dare you.
I apologize. I don't mean to be
Apologize.
offensive. I don't mean to be
Apologize.
offensive, little people, or whatever term you prefer. I'm sorry.
But here's the thing: I'll date a dwarf. I'm not even capping.
They're
I will
hot.
date a dwarf.
They're hot.
And wait, I had
Yo,
a
they be
bonus.
thick. Not gonna lie.
They
That's crazy.
they qualify if they
Those
want
big baby arms.
for a handicap placard. Mhm.
Oh shit.
I mean,
Yep,
shit, if they're
full
over
time.
18.
Good parking.
Yes,
Good
good
parking.
parking always.
Oh my god.
With full functioning body. Just saying, it's a perk.
You get on like every ride at Disneyland stuff.
No, they kick
I
you
don't
off
go
the
that-
rides.
I don't
Must
do
be
that
this
shit.
tall.
Boring.
But okay, I would say the big ones for me is peaceful. Let's see, peaceful and honestly like doesn't party and doesn't go to bars and clubs. Those are probably like that's the big one for me.
Yeah.
Because I don't really drink.
Oh.
Occasionally I'll have like a beer or a glass of wine, but I don't drink. I don't party. I don't go to bars. I don't go to clubs.
How do you feel about drugs? Like, do you smoke at all, or is that like in the same category?
What drugs? You
What's
talking
your
weed?
vice?
I mean, like obviously not like a heroin addict. No offense, but like like someone who smokes weed maybe.
I would date a girl who smokes weed so long as it wasn't like excessive. Like if she was just
fucking stoner.
like needed it if she needed it, but I don't have a problem with weed. I personally don't smoke weed. I don't do any drugs, but if a girl smoked weed, that would be okay.
Mhm.
But if it was like interfering with her life, then
for sure.
then it would be an issue. But
Any
yeah,
type of addiction is
yeah, I'm not super
I'm,
pressed
like,
if she
stuck
smokes
on the big
weed.
labia thing.
I'd actually prefer a girl who smokes.
What does that even look like?
I know.
You've never heard of Audis?
No. I'm just like I
just
haven't
learned that
thought
term,
about
like,
it. Like I've
Wait,
never
what?
thought, like,
Into the mic.
Audis?
I've never thought about like, you know, someone having a big or small labia. Like I wouldn't really think about it. It's
thought
like a
everyone just
vagina.
how
How thick they are.
I feel like the porn
Like
industry
the
really
hood?
misleads us
Yeah.
here because there's a lot of like labiaplasty up in there
There's so much
too.
You know what? I
I haven't
have.
seen that
You know?
big of a variation, I guess.
There are 10,000 women a year who undergo labiaplasty, and I think it's unfortunate.
Is it like
to make them bigger?
pre-children or
No, no, no,
post
to
children?
get
Well, it could be whatever. Like,
Because I can kind of understand like reconstructive if things are blown
Yeah,
out, but like
affects
pre.
peeing or sex. Like
I mean, like
Well, isn't it
veteran
because of,
down
like,
yeah,
porn and
dude.
stuff as well? It's like
yeah,
an
there's that, and also like.
Not me, but they say.
Wait, guys, let's just one microphone at a time,
Sorry.
please. What was your question?
yeah, because like I was like actually reading about it, how it's like based on what they see on porn. They always see like a
Right.
specific type of vagina on porn sometimes.
Which is the
Well,
labiaplasty.
There's
You know
no
what?
specific vagina in porn. I can let you know that right now.
Yeah, but like you mean like the standard, you know? Unless they look at like
No,
big
that-
lips or whatever.
You
I
have to
think-
like go into that category.
I do think
Yeah.
that's changing a little bit, but yes, you do make a good point that I think it was more so a bit in the past that there was like they wanted women who had Audis, so to speak, like in centerfolds and on Playboy magazines and all that shit. But you can find. I know I got a collection, bruv. Terabytes of hair. Okay, anyways,
Labia?
just kidding. But no. So, but no, women are getting this surgery, but it's also mostly I think there are definitely guys who will shame women like. She's got roast beef, beef curtains, wizard sleeve, Arby's, that shit.
Oh my god, so many entertaining names.
I think that's fucked up.
That's
I think that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Because I've had partners who are like insecure about it. They're like, oh, I'm like, babe, I got you.
Aww.
Don't even trip. Okay, anyways.
I'm insecure as
That's-
fuck.
That's
You're
I'm
insecure about what?
too.
Everything.
Me
You got
too.
large labia? What's up?
No, it's in general. Being naked in front of a guy is scary.
Oh, for sure. Word.
It's late. I have to
We're-
walk home.
We're wrapping. We're wrapping very soon.
She's gotta walk
Last
home.
last thing. So of that list I read, did any of you guys have an issue with some of these preferences that men have in women?
No.
Do you have to give head?
Who doesn't want to give
I mean, I
head?
didn't want to say that. This is for men in general.
Submissive, maybe.
But do you think that list is crazy? Does anyone think
I
that
mean, like
list
if that's
is
what you're
crazy?
into, that's what you're into.
Yeah,
Like,
preference is a preference.
as long as you're not expecting to do someone like, you know, like forcing someone into submission, which obviously I doubt you are. Like I think it's fine, you know, as long as it's all consensual and like everyone's happy in the relationship.
Well, I mean, being submissive is submissive is not something that's taken. Submission is something that's given.
yeah, of
Yeah.
course. And that's what I'm saying. Like as long as it's all consensual, like I don't see anything wrong with someone's preference. Like as long as like everyone's being safe and everyone's happy.
She
And
knows.
on the same page.
Right? You're into BDSM, right? Okay, you know.
Did you just stereotype me?
I did stereotype you. I think it was the elf ears that did it for me. Maybe
elf ears?
maybe the horns too. What's up?
My eyes are bothering me.
Oh, okay. So, and I just so you know, we talked about some men's preferences. Now I want to talk about some women's preferences really quick. We'll do super chats. We'll wrap the show. So, here are some preferences I believe that women want: a man who is tall, not balding, has a full head of hair, muscular, fit, strong, didn't skip leg day. By the way, I want to make something. I just want to make something clear. This is like a exhaustive list. Not all women are going to want all these things, but these are some things that you hear women say that they like. Nice forearms, wide shoulders, six-pack abs, large peen, clean shaven, or some women like a mustache or a beard. Dresses nicely, who can protect her, who can provide, who's confident, masculine, leader, decisive, dominant, ambitious, successful, financially well off, matches or exceeds her income, matches or exceeds her level of education, matches or exceeds her socioeconomically, chivalrous, pays for dates, charming, witty, can carry a conversation, good communicator, treats you like a queen.
Princess.
Why air quotes?
Treats you like a queen.
Princess.
Whatever that means.
Yeah.
So you've never done that then?
Called a woman a queen?
No. Like treated them.
Nah, you're a court jester at best. Not
Those
you.
are
Just
all
I've been called a
correct,
princess
Brian.
before.
What's up?
Those are all correct.
A few more. Funny, exciting, tells good stories, intelligent, competent, handy, doesn't live with his parents.
I live with my parents.
But you're young. Doesn't play video games, doesn't watch porn, doesn't have a photo of him holding a fish.
Yes.
Yes.
You got that one right, surprisingly. Yeah, that's the one.
That's true.
That's the
Wow.
one.
That one's on point.
That one's weird. Okay.
I know I like fishing.
Can fix things.
I'm a fish lady.
Can fix things, stoic, sexually experienced, great and bad, etc., etc. So these are just some things men want and some things women want.
They're long lists.
Sorry, we're just on the comment.
Long lists.
Word. Okay. So I don't know if you guys want to give your response to that. Anybody?
I like guys from
You
like
can pick 3.
are silly and goofy, and just like silly and goofy and fun, and like kind of like big and tall, and like just like a fun guy who's like dumb and goofy.
I
And
agree,
tall.
yeah.
And confident. Okay.
And good hygiene.
That's
Oh my
important.
god,
Good
if he
hygiene.
smells good.
Yeah.
For me, it's just like if they give the same effort I give, like that's enough. Like that's just like the bare minimum.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not
Last-
too picky.
Last 3 super chats here. All these women on the video. Did we do this one? The average man makes less than $60K a year. E.g. think.
Then make more money.
I saw that come up a while ago,
Yeah, it
which
was
is
a
why I
long
was
time
like,
ago.
we'll combine.
Well, we just read them.
Yeah.
Richard Joy, I would like one final question. All the girls' credit score in a capitalistic society. it
Baby,
really
you
matters.
know I'm over 800, so fucking get fresh with me, Richard.
I
You
don't
want to
have
go
a
into
credit
business
score.
sometime? I need investors just right here.
Over 800, baby.
Okay. Do you guys want to just share your credit score?
I don't have one.
I don't have one.
I'm working on it, but then again, I'm only 18. So.
Yes.
I would want one soon.
All right. Brandon, what's up, man? Salad City Rebel with the $10 super chat. Shout out London.
So I just want to clarify that I used to be a stripper.
Okay.
And that's for me.
That was your
Bye.
stripper name?
I miss you guys.
That's funny.
Oh, that's cute.
So, killer costume, Halloween week at Santa Barbara Spearmint Rhino. Okay, the rock and roll.
Let's all go.
Boom.
Yeah. I'm
Okay. I want to, we've talked about a lot of things. I want to give you guys one last opportunity. Final thought or question, anybody?
Final just like this
Final
experience.
thought or question, I want to give you guys, if you want to talk about your experience on the show, or if you have a final question you want to ask related to dating, I want to give you guys one last opportunity before we wrap.
Just for men, I just want to say it's very important to be kind and polite to women who you even aren't attracted to.
Yes.
Respect.
Anything? Anybody else?
I think you said it perfectly.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Let's end it there. I think if we end it there, we're good.
Last question I have. You.
Oh.
Would you date a guy who wore an American flag hat?
No.
Specifically in that position?
Especially not in that position.
I got to ask, given our previous conversation.
That is so funny.
We had it prepared the entire show.
Put it back on. Just for the
Keep it
outro.
on.
Keep it on,
It's
sure,
yeah, I mean,
Yankee Doodle.
commit. Whatever. Commit.
Okay. I think
Oh, God.
I'm ready to go sleep.
It's
Okay.
late. I don't want to
We're-
get mugged.
We're wrapping right now. Okay, guys. Well, I just want to give a big thank you to the wonderful panel. It was a lively debate. Thank you guys so much for coming. I know we went a bit late. Appreciate you guys with your patience here. Thank you to you guys for watching. You could have been doing anything else, but you're here with me. I appreciate that. We will be live. Actually, we're going to be live doing an interview tomorrow. And then I think we're going to be doing a one-on-one interview on Sunday, maybe, but definitely tomorrow. Otherwise, we'll be back with the Dating Talk Show Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific. Guys, like the video and leave a comment on your way out for the algorithm. Sorry, let me let this truck go by. Sorry, guys. So thank you again to the panel. Thank you for watching. And we will see you guys next time. Thank you.